No one saying that. They have every intel. They have intel at their disposal about the workings of Simon and his group, including communications, including directives they are giving to their group. They have them in their custody, in their operation today. Tell me what they've done with that. Now let me tell you what's happening. I've mentioned the number of dates, the length of the number of days that will be publicly issued statement distancing the global movement from the activist Simon. I've mentioned it here, right? Now, what they've indulged in doing now is that those people, those criminal elements, wherever they are, they find themselves, they will go and procure IPOB insignias, like flags, like probably what do you call it, like flags and
flags,
everything. So when they are seen, probably when they are caught, the security agents will come and tell the world that these are IPOB members. How many difference, you know? So driving home point that these people are IPOB. But thankfully today, we have leading mainstream media like BBC and Arise who have come to reality that look, these are not IPOB. They call them what they call them by their proper names. Because the moment to be able to identify that these people are not this and these people are this, you can be able to probably to deal with them. But once you know that these people are not this, and out of mischief, they are muddling them up together. Because you want to portray IPOB in the bad light before the international community. When in fact, there are not people who are doing that. They have all it takes to arrest them. They have all it takes to stop it. But they're happy because of what's happening. They want of the arrest to continue. So, but I strongly believe that it will soon be a thing of the past. Go.
All right, maybe.
Biafra is all he asks for. Every night and day he's shouting and pointing to one direction. But his own people are blind and saying it's causing division. Tell me why someone will sacrifice his life for you and I? Tell me why out of sight has become out of our mind. He's asking for nothing and cares about not for his people emancipation. No. But there is a breaking news to those who never knew. Permit me to give you a clue in the morning sunrise.
Concert bell. Biafrans and lovers of freedom around the world. There will be an all-stars concert tour of Biafra artists coming up soon in Tokyo, Japan. This concert is aimed at spreading the gospel of Biafra to every nooks and crannies of the earth. We are bringing the gospel to the streets of Asia, and Tokyo, Japan will be its starting point. We are using this opportunity to appeal to Umu Chineke around the world to lend our music stars a financial helping hands to make this concert tour realizable. To make any donation, please contact Veteran Ike Peter on +18 45 344 7984 or +19 29 40 69 953. You can also contact Mazi Okechukwu Foreign on +39 35 11 37 44 78 or +48 57 93 32 439.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 15th day of July 2023. Tata bobo cheke ya mere gbakọ na ekwu na ngante ke ngante n'oziọma Chineke n'ụbọchị nke taa Tata bụ ụbọchị 15 n'ọnwa nke asaa n'afọ 2023. We are here live and direct. Our leader is the indefatigable Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is still in the enemy dungeon. He is still in the DSS dungeon, the Nigerian secret police dungeon. Windowless room. You understand? Notwithstanding that he has been granted, he has been acquitted by the Nigerian Supreme Court. And not only that, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should never stand trial in any Nigerian court. That was a decision by the Nigerian Appeal Court made on the 13th day of October 2022. But Nigeria being a banana republic, they don't even obey their own law. But today, until today, our leader is still incarcerated. Rendition from Kenya, incarcerated. And Britain is not doing anything about it. They are playing politics because of the hatred they have on Biafra. They believe that if Biafra comes, that we shall develop, we shall shine light in the darkest part of that part of the world. And from there, Africa will catch up the light. That is why Britain, the darkness, the light destroyer, but there is no way darkness can destroy light. It's impossible. Darkness means nothing. It's nothing. It's the absence of light. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that we are going to win the United Kingdom with a superior argument. And that is what we are doing. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition, once again, on Radio Biafra House of Service, where we speak the truth. If you don't hear it here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't exist. Do not stick to it until you hear it from Radio Biafra, London. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has instituted. Oh, there is another radio talking about Biafra. It does. Do not ever be deceived, because people have taken IPOB as a franchise. Some people, some very heinous set of people, sponsored by the Nigerian government, because we understand that what is happening today in our land is a counsel by Gowon, that if he has understood the Igbo people as he did today, that he wouldn't have, spent billions and billions of dollars importing weapons and putting lives of Yoruba and Hausa and others in danger by fighting Biafrans. He would have spent just a fraction of that amount and given it to some Igbo people, and they will just do the job. They will fight themselves. That is what he said. Is it not what is happening today? Look at Hope Uzodinma. He wants to be a governor, remain there by all means. And that is why he is committing these crimes against his own people. And now what they are doing is the Nigerian media is doing their job. Their Luciferian job. When they talk about insecurity, they blow everything in our land out of proportion. But let me tell you, if you go to the north, the kidnapping there is out of this world. Terrorism is there in the north. Many communities, many villages have been ravaged. People are living in IDP camp, that is refugee camps in the north, but they don't blow anything about it. Why can't people ask questions? Why are these people, northerners, running away from their ancestral lands, taken over, their lands taken over by Fulani terrorists, but they don't give it the media attention that it requires? All that matters to them, they come and talk IPOB. Oh, is a sit at home. Can't you think? This is the propaganda Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been talking. When people are saying, hey, give us a gun, let us go to war, hey, I'm in your back, I'm in your front, he said, shut up. Shut up. Oh, can you handle propaganda? Do you think war is only gun and bullet? What about the propaganda? Can you handle propaganda? One day we release news to you that no, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has surrendered. Now he's talking another thing. No, in the prison he's no more there. He's cloned, so he's no more there. So you are fighting for you better surrender yourself. So don't even talk about Biafra again. Can you handle it? Can you handle it? Because the Nigerian government, do not forget that last time we read it in the news, we didn't write it. It was a statistics, a report, and we blocked it. That Nigeria so far has spent $670 million in order to stop the activities of IPOB in the diaspora. Now, this is just not it's not all the money. $670 million they have spent so far, in excluding some monies which are not mentioned by the Nigeria, which means it's more than $1 billion they have been spending. Now, who tell you that they don't have the capability to bring criminals in our land through Hope Uzodinma, through Devomai, in order to be killing our people, so that they want our people to turn against IPOB. And they are doing it, they are using IPOB name. No, that is the work of Hope Uzodinma. He is championing it. I'm telling you directly. Do you understand? In Hope Uzodinma na champion all this no sit at home and another person. Hope Uzodinma na sponsor pull all these things, carrying the whole criminals out. Ask yourself, where are those political talks they used to carry? Voting boxes. Where are they? These are the people they are bringing in. When all these things used to happen, where is the so-called Bubag, the Nigerian military, the police? Where are they? Can't you ask yourself questions? That is why here we preach common sense, for goodness sake. It doesn't matter, you go to Cambridge, but without common sense, you are nothing. You are not only professional in your field, but without common sense, we cannot succeed, advance as a people. I'm telling you. That is why I invite you onto this hallowed platform, which is those of your common sense. That is the most criterion. A dose of common sense, so that you might understand what we are saying here, so that you will hear the truth and research about the truth and know it. You cannot do all these things without common sense, for goodness sake. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to today's edition. Once again, today being the 15th of July 2022, but today is dedicated, being Saturday is dedicated on discussions on religious issues. I will be here only myself because my comrade Mazi Kene, he couldn't make it today. Therefore, we must continue. Honestly speaking. That is the reality. Therefore, we must continue. You can listen to us via FM in different parts of Biafra land. Though people in Aba has been complaining, they have been complaining, but be assured that everything is ongoing. There are different, as you might know, as you might have heard from Mazi Sanworu, sometimes there are sabotage. You know, our people, we have not understood the importance of people's property. We have not really, Nigeria have destroyed that our sense of responsibility to public property. That is why what matters to us is individual. Once it comes to public, now can I go and sacrifice myself? This is a very bad mentality. It's a killer mentality. That is why some people, you know, they sabotage our radio FM. I am telling you, they neglect things voluntarily, something they can prevent. Some, I'm not saying all people, no, for you not to start attacking them, please. Some of them, something they can prevent, take it as if it is their own. Ha chekwa ya ofuma. Mana na here ha na beg na happy. Na one day no outside the car be take care of this. How will they go? I send they go. No, that commitment, that patriotic commitment is not there. Here we hear Nigeria menai. But as I used to say, once Biafra comes, I think we have an institution. The part of institution meant for the Nigerianization, the Nigerianizing Biafrans. I'm telling you. That place, that educational institution will be the Nigerianization, so that they remove us completely. They remove people from the Nigerian mentality. You understand? And come back, become born again as Biafrans, to think collectively, so that it's something, public property, you carry it in the head, not at the back, as they used to say in Nigeria. Na ihe ọha na-akwa ebu ya n'isi ọkwa na-azụ ka a na-ebu ya na ya nyewaga anyị ga-ihu apụ ya. It's only in Nigeria that all this thing is being done. We should understand that without collectivity, without we, there will be nothing like me or I. It's impossible. Do you hear me? That is why once you carry Nigerian passport, that is we. The Nigerian passport, international passport, is what everybody goes under that umbrella. That collectivity. Whether you are the most righteous person, once you carry, whether you are even a police officer that have never committed any crime since you are born, as long as you carry that green passport, anywhere you land, they term you first as a criminal. That is collectivity. It is the umbrella covering you. That is why our priority should be sanitizing our umbrella, our collective effort. Now, once our collectivity is sanitized and developed, that blessing, the rain of blessing of collectivity will be falling on us individually. Do you understand what I mean? That once we are able to build a viable collectivity, a viable nation, the rain of collectivity of that nation will be now falling on us individually. You'll be tapping. Individually we become blessed. That is why I say you are as righteous as the system you are in. You are as evil as the system you are in. That is the reality. So today we are going to continue on this topic about superstition. The second part of superstition, which we started last week. We are going to continue on it. Second part of superstition. But before I go on there, let me just see. There is just two news headlines about Nigeria Naira drops further exchanges for 803 per dollar at official window. 803 Naira per dollar. Nigerian money is going down, being useless. Somaliland. Not Somalia, Somaliland. Somaliland. Somaliland is a broke away from, separated from Somalia. But officially, Somaliland partly has not been recognized by United Nations, but they have been operating as a country, as a different country. Go and study about it. If you change $100, you carry your money in their currency. You carry it with wheelbarrow. That is where Naira is heading to. It's a very big pity that Nigeria has a population, resources, and human resources and natural resources, but they import everything. Only what earns Nigeria foreign currency is crude oil, nothing more. Everybody, the whole politicians are criminals. Everybody go there in order to steal, to loot. You understand? There is this man, I used to forget his name. I think it's an Hausa man, pure Hausa man, that doesn't speak nice English. If I see you speaking English, doesn't even move me. What I try to catch is what you are trying to, even in your cut and nail. Once I try to catch the gist of what you are saying, now I will evaluate your brain, the type of human being you are. Fluent English or fluent French or fluent European language, it doesn't make you intelligent. No, it's just a language, nothing more. That man, he was saying that, look, that there are about more than many bank accounts, secret bank accounts in Nigeria. Where secret accounts in Nigeria, they discovered 29. Where the money there, the whole Nigerian money is there. He said that whether he said more than 80 trillion, more than 80 trillion naira, more than, much more. He said the money that can pay Nigeria external debt, internal debt, pay salaries, everything. Say, but they lock it up there. Do you see how evil that place is? Nigeria has a dynamic population, but everybody is dependent on handout, allocation to the state. No productivity. What you give to this place is what you give to the other place. No competition, no productivity. People virtually go and like Zamfara, they go there just to wait for monthly allocation and use it. The Alhajis will share the money and start marrying. They marry as many wives as they can. I saw, is it the former governor of Zamfara? Only the dressing room of his wife is a mansion. It's a mansion of its only dressing room where she used to, one of his wives, so they say dressing room of one of his wives. It's like I saw a very big mansion, only dressing room. And you tell me, how can a country like that succeed? Britain created Nigeria to be what it is today. You know, when they look at Nigeria, they are happy. Because all this gangrene suffering everybody, we are subjected into going from pillar to post. Politicians are looting. Nothing is working. No electricity. The policemen and women, they are not being paid. You know, people are internal crisis everywhere. Now, nobody have the time to ask Britain question. Why are you stealing our oil? No, they are on the rampage stealing, and they will come on the radio on air to start playing mouth politics. Nigeria democracy, you know, we want to make Nigeria, help Nigeria. What? Who are you helping? You know, which African country have Britain helped? Instead, if they see you going forward, they draw you backwards so that you continue. Look at what they put Haiti. The state they put Haiti today, in Haiti virtually has no government. The White House will come and play mouth politics. We are going to bring United Nations into Haiti, this and that. They don't want to go into the fundamentals of the problem, which is Europeans, which is France, America, Britain. They turn the country into a hellfire on earth, here on earth. And they will be playing that, oh, we are moving. Look at Haiti today. Virtually no government. A black country. The first black slave country to declare to have independence. Complete independence from the slave masters. And the Europeans say no. How can these black people, how can they escape us? They will send the presidents to others to rebel against us and become free. And as we are progressing, they will be progressing. And we become equal now. People that we are buying with our money. Do you think that the Europeans, they want you black people to progress in your country as a country? Do you think so? That is why, you know, those that are defending all these foreign religions, it makes me sick. Do you think that, look at what Britain is doing, look at what they are doing in Haiti, what they have caused in Haiti. Gangs are on the rampage in Haiti. No breakdown of law and order. But they will not tell you the origin of this problem, that the Europeans caused it. That what is going on today in Haiti is exactly what France, Europe, America, what they cause. That is what they want to be done. So that they give everybody the impression that blacks can never govern themselves. And they understand that that is politics. But they give you religion. They give you God. So that they control you. They make you become incapable of reasoning. They control you physically, even they bring you God. Their God is you know, everything is them. You depend on them on everything you are doing, including your worship. You have a white God. That is it. Now I ask you, these are foreign religions, Islam and Christianity, mostly in Africa, in our land. Does it, what did they bring, what morality did they bring to us? I'm asking. Before the advent of Christianity, so we didn't know that killing is evil, so that we didn't know that cheating somebody is evil, lying is evil. Oh, is that what you are telling me? So that when you come, you start quoting this and that. This boy say, what of before they come? So our people didn't know that these crimes are evil. Is that what you are telling me? Kaine make good use of our brain. I'm telling you, because our brain is there not for fancy but to work, to function. You understand me? Therefore, we must continue. Naira is dropping 803 naira. Maybe black market will be 1,000. I know that. That is it. When a country does not promote meritocracy, no merit, all that matters to them is put my own daughter, put my own, is our own. You just don't worry whether you merit it or not, leave it there. That is the Fulani Caliphate for you. Mediocrity everywhere. How can you be productive when it is not promoted in Nigeria? No, productivity is not promoted. Once you want to promote meritocracy, they will say, Igbos will dominate, so don't worry. They say, as long as Igbos not to dominate. Not to please let the idiots be at the helms of affairs. That is the you know, the sickness of Nigeria. The hatred of Igbo is the blind spot that is destroying Nigeria, or through which Nigeria will be destroyed completely. That is what is happening. Naira is falling. We must continue. Now, let me read this news a bit. News headline. Nigeria police wouldn't have arrested my attackers if I didn't mobilize them. Apostle Suleiman. Let me read a bit. I want to bring out something. Nigerian cleric Apostle Johnson Suleiman has lashed out at the Nigerian police, saying the operatives were unwilling to go after some suspects who attacked his family until he mobilized the officers. Apostle Suleiman said this while addressing the congregation of his church on the matter. Listen, he said he worked with at least 3 different police units to achieve results, adding that Yusuf Issa, paraded by police on Thursday, was arrested 2 months ago. According to PM New Nigeria, Apostle Suleiman said, October there was an attempt. You all saw the attempts, and when the attempt came, I told myself I wasn't going to rest until we get them arrested. I started with a group of officers. Okay, now this man is a celebrity pastor, a big man pastor with a private jet. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has private jet, controlling millions of followers, congregants, telling them lies about how God protects. But today, those that attacked him and killed some people, he said he took charge to mobilize the police. What is mobilization? Physically. Now he didn't call Jesus Christ to come and kill those people again. Oh, Chinekele. He didn't call the angels of heaven, those that he used to call and they give visa, or somebody will enter into France toilet and come out in Germany. Toilet in Germany, airport in Germany. He didn't do abracadabra. He didn't they call the angels that used to put a miracle money on people's alert, miracle alert. on people's accounts. He didn't use those angels in order to arrest those people, those attackers. No, now he's using physical police. Oh, are you not seeing what we are? Can't you catch the sometimes I'm saying, I cannot understand. Can't you now see that what he's telling you, forgery, abracadabra? When reality hits you, now you come real, you become real human being. Now he is asking for police. He mobilized police. He said he mobilized the first set of police. They were too slow. Now he have to leave them and go to the second set, and they were too slow. Now he go to the third set before some of these people were apprehended physically. No more God of Abraham to come and rob them. Are you seeing the gist? The heart of our preaching, common sense. And his mumu zombie followers. Don't ask him, Oga. But I believe before you used to pray and every heaven will break loose. Those attackers, you are using Nigeria police now. Why now? Why don't you call the angels of heaven? Those angels that you are unleashing every time to your useless mumu followers that are giving you money. You unleash your angels, hordes of angels of heaven to protect you. So why not use them to arrest or are they now blind or have they disappeared? These are questions enlightened mind should start asking. Not everything they say, you say amen, you shout amen. These are scammers from the pit of hell. It's okay. All this, why are these police? He's complaining now that these policemen are not fast. Why? Because instead of him promoting good governance or making people to take, hold the government into accountability so that they can build the government, Nigerian government will build a viable police force. That anything that happened to you, there will be a number, maybe 211. Anytime you call it, police will come and will do their work. No, instead it's protecting, it's telling you, buy my handkerchief, we will protect you. Buy my oil will, the angels, so as long as you rub it, angels will be on your side protecting you. Now he's promoting his own personal interests, faking everything. But reality hit him, and now he understood that he need to go police. Those that he relegated to the background, had it been that he has been promoting, telling people that look, nothing, all these things, nothing, no angel will come and protect you. The angel you have is your government, is your policemen. So if policemen are not being paid, come out in solidarity to protest, so that the Nigerian police, they will be paid so that they will do their work. No, he don't talk it, he don't say it. Instead, he is promising every mumu, every sheep in his herd as angelic protection. The worst thing ever is to call human being sheep. I reject that name, and I reject it because we are not sheep. We are human beings. And we should never be. Do you understand me? Now he is moving on reality. Instead of using his prayer, miracle, instead of using his abracadabra, which somebody that can pray and the angels will send their money to your account from nowhere. Somebody that can pray and command, and one of his followers will enter into that doesn't have documents. We enter into Murtala Mohammed Airport inside the toilet, and he will see himself in Canada Airport. Why can't he pray so that all things will start happening? So that his attackers will also be apprehended. Why? If you see his abracadabra, I will be right back, please.
Biafra is all he asks for. Every night and day he's shouting and pointing to one direction. But his own people are blind and saying it's causing division. Tell me why someone who sacrificed his life for you and I? Tell me why out of sight has become out of our mind. He's asking for nothing and cares about not for these people emancipation. No. But there is a breaking news to those who never knew. But make me to give you a clue in the morning sunrise.
Concert bell, concert bell, concert bell. Biafrans and lovers of freedom around the world. There will be an all-stars concert tour of Biafra artists coming up soon in Tokyo, Japan. This concert is aimed at spreading the gospel of Biafra to every nooks and crannies of the earth. We are bringing the gospel to the streets of Asia, and Tokyo, Japan will be its starting point. We are using this opportunity to appeal to Umu Chineke around the world to lend our music stars a financial helping hands to make this concert tour realizable. To make any donation, please contact Veteran Ike Peter on +18 45 344 7984 or +19 29 40 69 953. You can also contact Mazi Okechukwu Foreign on +39 35 11 37 4478 or +48 57 93 32 439.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alu province of Biafra land. Do not forget that we are live here, live and direct, and we must continue. Okay, now as I was saying, I will go directly to the topic of my submission, which is superstition. The second part of superstition. Let me refresh your brain, please, or refresh your memory. As I have explained the last Saturday, as we have explained, because it was Mr. Mazi Kene and I. Superstition, as you all know, is a widely held but irrational. The key word there is irrational belief in supernatural influences, especially as leading to good or bad luck, or a practice based on such a belief. Remember that every culture, tradition, or religion holds its own superstition. That is the truth. Whether it's Igbo culture, or tradition, or spirituality, or foreign, it holds superstition. But when all holds, why not be yourself? Why not us be local, who we are, instead of grabbing foreign? That is a problem, because you can never be a master of foreign religion. It's impossible. You must continue being Obi is a boy. Obi is a boy. They continue teaching you. They command you from outside. Foreign influence in a person's life is evil. Foreign influence, you know, in a family, we always in a family na zeno omonade. You understand? It means a lot. It doesn't matter that we don't, you know, we should not socialize. No, what it means is to carry your family. You know, there is family secrets, family affair. Wife and husband affair, you carry it, you go outside to say, thinking that selling it to an outsider, he will like you, or he will give you a good counsel more than yourself or more than your family. That is stupidity. That is why You know, our land, now, in our land, Ogasago, you will see a wife, before he can even do anything he discuss with the husband, the next person, before to get approval, he will go to his pastor. This is one of the causes of problems in our various families today. I am telling you, if you are unfortunate enough, I say unfortunate enough, because there are those that are fortunate, or those that try to maintain their wives. I am not speaking down on women. No, the same thing to men. If you are unfortunate enough to marry to have a very religious woman, without you people understanding each other, that family cannot last though. Because after sleeping with her in the night, the following morning he goes to explain everything to that you pastor. Go near counsel. It's very bad. The same thing to men too. Oh, but I can't call boom wine because naturally women are sentimental. I must be honest with you. It is natural. It is nature. It is natural. It's nature. So let me continue what I'm saying. Today I'm going to talk about the concepts of devil. The concept. You know, it's a concept. According to conceptions of various cultures, traditions and religions, devil is the personification of evil, and evil is defined as profoundly immoral and wicked acts. I am talking under superstition. I'm talking about the concept of devil. You understand? The most type of evil is the killing or destruction of human lives. I'm coming, oh, just be listening. According to conceptions of various cultures, traditions, and religions, let me repeat. Devil is the personification of evil, and the evil is defined as profoundly immoral and wicked acts. You understand? The most type of evil today, or the most type of evil, both yesterday and today, is the killing or destruction of human lives. You understand me? You know, in our land today, when you see somebody will commit something in our land, you catch him, he start blaming it on devil. No, it's devil, oh, it's devil, I beg, forgive me, it's devil. You know, this is an act of total irresponsibility. Let me tell you, if you do something and you are blaming it on devil, you are an irresponsible idiot. Do you understand me? Do you know why I call it irresponsibility? Because you don't want to take responsibility, and that is Nigeria for you. Nobody takes responsibility of anything. So we must find a way of exonerating ourselves. This is one of the evil this religion has brought, foreign religion brought in our land. I am saying it unequivocally. Because even under our system, our spirituality, our Igbo tradition, you take responsibility of anything you do. You don't blame it on one spirit or the other. No. So that, you know, that is why we have exile. People could be exiled. People could be punished, you know, through different ways. Ostracization. Ostracizing somebody. You will be in a community, no person will buy goods from you or sell to you. No person will salute you. In order to tell you that, you know, it's a punishment, like imprisonment. You are outside, but you are imprisoned. Do you understand? Just like if you don't have documents in Europe, in many parts of Europe, you are outside, but you are in prison. No person, because you cannot walk. You cannot walk. So before you start even talking of economy working, you have to first of all enter into the system. But once you are not into the system, you are going around though freely as a human being. You are seeing you as a free human being, but you are in jail. You understand? So that is a form of punishment, ostracism. Now, but when somebody commit a crime, now you say, hey, you start blaming another thing, not you, which means there is something terribly wrong in our brain. And the people will be exonerating, live on a now, na demon, na devil. Please, this is complete brainwashing. For every action, there must be reaction. For every crime, sin, or evil, there should be repercussion, punishment. But the problem we have in our land is impunity. We blame our failures, our crimes, our evil, our sin to external force, which gives us the audacity in order to continue committing that crime. No, it is not me. It is the devil. It is the devil. And they will take you to one spiritual church or spiritual native doctor place, scammer, to be casting out a spirit that doesn't exist. Therefore, making you are now exonerated. You don't suffer for, you don't get punished for anything. It is the devil, an imaginary spirit. We should be in charge of our lives, our world, our communities, our villages, our environment. That is why we are human beings. You understand? Now, as I said before, that the most type of evil is the killing or destruction of human lives. But let me tell you, in these religions, because when you talk about killing, you will say it's the devil. Devil, because it's him the source of evil, the personification of evil. But in these religions, God endorsed and ordered the killing of human beings. What will you say about it? I want if line opens, like our brother that used to call me from Abba, I used to enjoy his interaction. You can act like him because I love him because he's civilized. I am telling you. Maybe he's listening to me. I don't know. Because I think Abba Radio is not talking. But how I hope he's listening. I love people with contrary opinions so that we discuss, we learn from each other. You understand? Now, God endorsed and ordered the killing of human beings. Even in the Bible, in Quran, it's there. You know it. Also, let's say, if I can, let me see whether I have my application, my electronic Bible. I want you to bring out, please, because nzukọ maka ikwu okwu ihe gbasara okpukperechi. Mepee Isaiah ka anyị na-ekwu otu. Let us quote Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7, please, because we learn from everything. You understand? I want you to read the book of Isaiah chapter 45 verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. Now, if the Lord creates evil, where is the position of your so-called devil or Satan? Which you are calling he is the originator of evil. God created him. Yes. God never killed him. You understand? I'm coming. Originally, let me tell you, originally, the devil does not exist in Jewish scriptures. Are you understanding what I want you to listen attentively, because they have programmed you to be beating about the bush. Whereas people where Sabi are busy taking their destinies in their hands, developing their countries. Whereas you are fighting with an imaginary devil. Something, concepts they brought. Do you understand me? Originally, the devil does not exist in Jewish scriptures. However, the influence of Zoroastrianism during the Achaemenid Empire, that is First Persian Empire of about 550 BC, introduced evil as a separate principle into the Jewish belief system. which gradually externalized the opposition until the Hebrew term Satan developed into a specific type of supernatural entity, changing the monistic view of Judaism into a dualistic one. You know what he's trying to say here? Originally, the Jews you are seeing, the Judaism, the devil does not exist in Jewish scriptures. But he said the influence of Zoroastrianism. Do you know Zoroastrianism is a religion? It's a separate religion. It's a religion from Iran, Persia. One of the oldest religions. You understand? Is Zoroastrian. It comes from a prophet, an Iranian prophet. They call Zoroaster. During the Persian Empire, the first Persian Empire, about 550 BC. The man introduced evil as a separate principle into the Jewish belief system. For you to understand that as time goes on, things become influenced by things, either external or internal forces. Judaism originally, they don't have devil. They don't have anything like devil. It doesn't exist in their own cosmology. Do you understand? Okay. It is this religion because of conquest of the Jews. They have been conquered of different Persia, Babylon, different. So from there, different influences started entering even into their religion. Do you understand? And that is why nothing is original any longer. Do you understand me? It is for us to use our brain in order to figure out the right thing for us. As long as that thing is good for our collectivity, that is what matters. Let us stop defending something because of sentiment. Do you understand what I'm saying? As long as we see it, we can fashion something, and that thing will become good for our collective existence or for our advancement. You understand me? After all, the Hebrew you are hearing today they are speaking, it's not original Hebrew. For your information, this Hebrew you are seeing today, you are here, oh, it's a Hebrew. It's not the original Hebrew. It's not the original. You understand me? This Hebrew was created by one person, cut and join. One person creating a language. Do you know what it means? It is no more that language. One person, Eliezer ben Yehuda, he changed his name when he joined the Zionism. You understand? Otherwise, he was a Russian from Soviet bloc. His name was a completely Russian name. But due to the work of Zionists, now he started being recognized, self-recognition. Zionism did the work IPOB is doing today to our people. To make us to reclaim ourselves, know that who we are. That was what catapulted that Eliezer ben Yehuda to say no. Before we can talk about a country, we have to have a language, a common language, because we have lost our language. Hebrew language became lost because of conquest upon conquest upon conquest. They lost Hebrew. No, it became a lost language. Only one person revived it, and what he brought is a mixture of Yiddish, different languages, European languages, and all little Hebrew liturgy. He put and joined it, and that is what they are speaking today in Israel. For you to understand that human beings can create, human beings have the ability to create. And do you know that man Eliezer ben Yehuda, he was not a rich man. He didn't care about riches. His wife died of poverty, sickness, out of poverty. Do you know? He didn't care of anything about riches. That is why we must cherish brain wisdom. That is what I preach here. That is what Radio Biafra preaches here. The way we are going about that, look, once you are a billionaire, once you are rich, that you are wise. No. We are majestically and happily marching towards perdition, destruction, abyss. The person that man, Eliezer ben Yehuda, no Jewish today doesn't know him. He has a place in the heart of every Jew. They remember him. That is what is called wealth, real wealth. Not that is stupidity. You understand? It is not the real wealth. What you have is paper money is nothing. The real wealth is in the brain. This man who call a language. Do you know what it means? A lost language. Somebody can call. See, instead of us losing this language, let me call something. Now the manuscripts he can see about liturgical Hebrew, which he didn't know anything about. Now he took some words from there, started cutting and joining German language, Polish language, Russian, join everything together and concord it. He become Hebrew today. It's a human being that created it. Do you understand me? That is, go and study about him. A very great man. Oh, yeah, you see, that man didn't start saying, no, let Zionism map out money so that he took it upon himself. Even his wife died of sickness because of the dedication he put on this job. And his son became the first person to start speaking it. That new concorded language they call Hebrew now is not the original Hebrew, for your information. But they maintained it. And it became from one person, that one, he started teaching it to others. He gathered the momentum. And now others started learning it. And they said, this now is our language. And they continue naming it. They say it's Hebrew. You know? Human being, we are gods that can create. Do you understand me? Today, those people are immortalized. Those that we are cherishing money during his time, they don't even remember them. That they don't know that they are existing. But today, these people are still existing in the streets, in the minds and hearts of every Israeli of today. That is it. So we must continue. Now, remember, I'm talking about the concept devil. The concept of devil. This is a concept. You understand? Okay. As I was saying, however, later, the Rabbinic Judaism rejected the Enochian books written during the Second Temple period under Persian influence, which depicted the devil as an independent force of evil besides God. After the apocalyptic period, references to Satan in the Tanakh are thought to be allegorical. You know, they call the Tanakh is their holy book, their scripture. That is what is called the Tanakh. References to Satan in their holy book, like in their Bible, are thought to be allegorical. You know what is allegorical? Akụkọ ifo. Ihe eji emeji okwu. Is akụkọ oke na ngwere. Ngwere jikwe ofe n'elu. Now the tortoise is the most wise animal. That is what is called allegory. It's not real, it's just something allegorical. Akụkọ ifo mbe na oke. You understand me? But this is what you are shouting, die by fire every day. They program you to continue pursuing shadow. That is why you are suffering. That is why the country is suffering. That is why you don't understand the source of your problem. And without understanding it, you cannot go for a cure. You know, when you are sick, if you go to hospital, now when you explain, the doctor have a general, everything can cause this, different kinds of sicknesses can bring up your body temperature to be high. So what he will refer you first is to go to the laboratory. They will run you in order to determine the type of sickness that you have, the cause. That what is the sickness? Because without understanding the cause, you will not have cure. Oh, Amamotum Geshina Wandipa Yoku, I don't know. Or won't put them now so that they will understand. I don't know. Or come as Yakas, I don't know. Eh? This thing they will tell you, die by fire. That it is something that human beings construct and bring out to you that it is the devil. And you are busy going to churches, casting out, killing, that this and that will happen. It is a lie. The problem we have is our own making. Until we come back to the diagnosis of the real problem we are having, which is the ability to reason or the inability to reason. Once we start reasoning in a human way, now we start understanding our problem. We now start understanding that the government, we being in a community, just like, for example, I work as maybe age grade. Work 20 of us. Say, okay, I can have ego every month. At the end of the year, that ego I will make something as a group. Now, when somebody, one or two people, divert that money and eat it, instead of taking them into accountability, holding them accountable, we enter church, start praying, say it's the devil that make them to eat it. We cancel the devil. Does it make any sense? It is the same thing as a government. The car you are driving, you are paying tax. The clothes you are buying in the market, part of the money you are paying is tax to the government. I think the present day governor of Enugu State, do you know what he said? He said Enugu is losing 10 billion naira every Monday that the people don't work. This so-called sit at home. Every Monday. That Enugu government is losing 10 billion naira. Can't you ask yourself how? Because of revenue, movement of people, you spend money. You cannot move without spending money. Economy thrives and moves, and that is how government generates money. That government you are talking, it is a collective contribution, as I have made the example. If 20 of us, 20 people now gather and say, okay, we'll be contributing 1,000 naira every week, and we'll be keeping it so that at the end of the year we use it to do something or start something for us as a people. Now at 10 months, 10th month, or at the end of the year, we start saying, where is the money now? We see that maybe the chairman or the treasurer, they have connived, two of them, and spent that money, use the money, buy car, and instead of us holding them accountable, we start going to the church and say, we curse you. It is the spirit that is holding. Oh, we should have built this thing, but it is the spirit that made us not to build it. Are you not crazy? But you know the cause of the problem. Those people diverted the money and used that money to buy Mercedes and be driving. And you go to the church and start binding Satan. Are you not stupid? That is exactly the same thing that is happening in Nigeria. They program people to continue pursuing shadow. Oh, you don't have hospital. People are dying of sickness. You go. If you are sick, people tell you go and buy olive oil. No, it is not that olive oil. You shouldn't be binding Satan, casting that this spirit of sickness. No, sickness is normal in the body. Many things can cause one type of sickness or the other in your body. But as a group of people in a country, you are also directly and indirectly contributing to the money to be keeping even for the upkeep of your health in the hands of the government, but you don't know it. Religion forces you in order to continue digressing, thinking that it is Satan that is making you, that is Satan that is holding not electricity to hold. No, the money you are directly and indirectly contributing the money. Because if you go to the market, you buy, that money you paid, that person, the shop owner, is paying something to the government. It's part of that your money. Without you coming, another person coming, they will fold. And without it, the government cannot get anything. Do you understand? But when you suffer all these things, pay all these things, you enter keke, you pay. That money you pay, the keke driver is paying some part to the government because of the documents of that keke. Do you understand me? In everything, the companies are paying VAT. And that VAT, that is value added tax on companies, on factories. The water you are drinking, they are paying VAT on it. The beer you are drinking, so it is you. That tax you are paying it. Don't think that it is not. You are paying it every day by day. You are contributing to the upkeep of government. And that money you are contributing, it is not for the president or governors to be going on motorcade. It is not for them to be wearing suit and hiring security officers. No. It is for them to be giving back to the people. To produce electricity, to produce, in order to be even giving back to the people, building hospitals, building good roads, all this money. When you see politicians are eating and swallowing money, it is your money direct. But the church will not tell you this. The pastors will not tell you. They will tell you that the cause of your problem is Satan, is devil. These are evil scammers. Kamna gwasi you know ezioku. Ezioku Chineke ka dey preach here. Beacon. They program you to continue pursuing shadow, whereas the money you are helping to contribute are being vandalized by criminals we call politicians. But they tell you, the program you, no. The problem you have is your sibling. That is why you school, you don't have job. You don't want to, that spirit don't want you to have work. You have to go to church and do 7 days fasting and cast it by fire. It is life from the pit of hell. The fact is, the money you are following, you are contributing. Because as long as you are in any country, you are paying, you are contributing to the government. Do you understand me? Directly and indirectly. Because you are eating, you are clothing yourself, you are buying food, you are buying clothes, you are buying any things you need. You are paying house rent. You are paying electricity bills, different bills you are paying. The government is gaining. When one person, two people, 15, 1,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million people pay 1,000 naira on 18. Do you know what it means? 1,000 naira times 100 million. It becomes whether 10 billion or 100 billion. Or 100 million. Do you understand what that? Just multiply it and see. Only in a second. Now, but when they are, the politicians, they are busy buying themselves, 4-wheel drive SUVs, brand new. And when they are passing in motorcades, you are busy clapping for them. You don't know that the source of your problems are passing. And you are, because your brain is not active, because you are naive, you don't know. Instead, you clap for them. Igwe, now we're some carton, and then you get carton. Is part of your money you are contributing. Something they should use in order to make your life better. But they are not doing it. Instead, they program you, they say, go, it's Satan that is doing you. No. Tell them no. From today, tell them no. It's not true. It's not Satan. The Satan you are seeing is all these people that are mishandling money. I give you the example. If we are 100 people be contributing money weekly, so that at the end of the year we use it to do something, and some 2 people among the 100 people, they will hijack the money and use it, channel it to their private need. What will you do? Won't you confront them? We gather them, and if care is not taken, beat them and even hand them over to the authorities, or or take law into our hands. Is it not true? Because that one that one you are aware that is direct. But the government is what the Nigerian government is doing you every day. They program you, go to mosque, pray 5 times a day. Things will be good for you. It is Shaitan, because Islam call it Shaitan. It's the same Satan. Iblis. It's the same Lucifer, the same thing. They tell you as a Christian, go and start casting. Pastor will cast out the demon. It's a demon. Why you must get to work, you get miracle alert. No. It's Satan that is obstructing your prosperity. No. Tell them it's the government that is obstructing our prosperity, please. That is the problem we have with them. Bob Marley said, tell the children the truth. Tell the children the truth. But as long as they are lying to people, they program people into the wrong way. So that, imagine you have a kidney problem in the and go to hospital. A doctor is treating you. Say it's your eye. It's eye problem. He's treating you eye problem. The person will die. You understand? But as long as that doctor, you know the problem, and the doctor gives you the adequate solution, the person will get healed. You understand? Nigerians, they program Nigerians to be pursuing shadow because of superstition is there. I will continue, please. Now, also, I told you in Jewish cosmology, there is nothing like devil. In the Jewish scriptures, the devil does not exist. The same thing in Igbo cosmology, that is Igbo traditional spirituality. In our own real omenala and ordinal, our spirituality, there is nothing like a devil. Do you understand? This thing now is a lie. It's what Europeans brought. Ekwensu is one of the angels that is working for the Igbo people. Jog. The spirit of trickster. If in order for negotiation, diplomacy, they first of all abani me ga mekwa ekwensu mekwa ya nye ya ihe na erisipu ya say ngwa ga go among the heads of our ndị na ha chọrọ ime ihe. Then they will go there and trick them, so that when the people now come, anything they talk, the people will agree. But when the Europeans, when Britain saw this, they now translate. I think the first Bible translation was, 1917 to Igbo. 1917. They started using anything. Things that we don't have in our land, they started bringing it. We didn't know what is devil. Because everything we have, according to our Igbo cosmology, our traditional spirituality, there is nothing like devil. Every spirit has its own work, according to our own spirituality. The same thing with the Jewish. Original Judaism, not this European thing. You understand? There is nothing like devil. You understand me? Every spirit has its own work. Both positive and negative, they work together. Do you see electricity now? Electricity is very destructive. You understand? But without the two, it cannot give you light. Do you hear me? Electricity is powering everything. It's making things work. It makes your laptop work. But if you use it in a bad way, if you don't know how to use it, it will kill you. Do you see it? You just put an electrolyte 1 minute no. 1 minute in your room. On it. Take a wire, branch on electricity, put it there. But you need to channel it. That thing that is bad, that thing that is destructive, it becomes something good. You channel it. I am broadcasting, I'm seeing my 2 laptops, my screens, is electricity that is working on it. But this is something that can kill. Do you see? Do you see the wisdom of Solomon? That is why even Solomon asked for wisdom instead of money. And the Chukwokike gave him wisdom in order to manipulate even the spirits. Do you understand? To use them, do what he wants to do, both good and evil. Do you understand me? Now, when you talk about the devil, every spirit in Igbo cosmology, there is nothing like a devil. Every spirit has its own work, both positive and negative. It is like a country having different institutions, including the military. The job of the military is to wage wars, isn't it? Waging wars to kill and destroy. But they are doing it for the interest of the country. Don't you see that? America, the number 1 power in the world, they have the military. When their military was being unleashed in Iraq, they committed blunders. They killed the people. Although, are you going to say that they'll scrap them, that these are evil? No. Every country has the good, the bad, everything for the interest of the country. That is the same way, in our Igbo cosmology. Everything works for us. We can use the good, we can use the bad when it comes to that. The same way the Nigerian politicians are using their talks when it comes to stealing voting materials, like Hope Uzodinma is preparing during the election. Do you think that Hope Uzodinma will go and hire bank managers to come and steal votes for them? Do you think he's going to go and hire teachers? Your teachers come, I will arm you to go and still carry voter cards for me. I mean, voting materials for me. No, he's not going to do that. He's going to go to jail, take out all those criminals, Ndioga woman, cultists, everything, because their job has come. Do you see what I'm saying? They program you to continue pursuing shadow, calling it devil. In our tradition, there is nothing like devil, because anything seduction seduce, all works together for the benefit of the people. The same way as I said, the military, the job of the military is to kill, destroy. That is, they are trained to kill. You cannot go to military school or military training. They will be training you how to eat chocolate. No, to drink ice cream. Lick ice cream. No. They will train you to be wicked. They will train you how to kill without pity. But are you going to call that military, say no, military is evil? No. That is what you call the concept of devil. This military, they are being protected and paid by the country's government. You understand? Can you say that the military is evil? They carry gun, they kill. Anyway, once military roll out, the destruction. That is it. But they are destroying, it is their job. Their part of the job is there. They destroy. You cannot maybe when it comes to destruction, to go to war, you bring out for example, you bring out mechanics. Say, oh yeah, our teachers, please go and teach people in a war. You bring out the teachers, say, oh yeah, or doctors, or yeah, go to war. No, you roll out the wicked, hungry military. They go and do their job because they are trained for it. In a country, in a system, they have everything. That is how a people should be. And that is how we Biafrans, we Igbos, were. We didn't know what is devil until Christianity came 1857 in Onisha. And from there now, they started programming us that there is one devil called the Equus. They named one of the deities that is serving great in our land. Say it's devil. It's lie. Now they say it's the purveyor of evil. Every evil thing is that is lie. Do you understand me? Do you know the Kumek warriors? One of their secrets, they can change to even leopard by their running. Once they invoke all those spirits, that thing, or when you see an Ekumek warrior running in the bush, Oyibo, even he run past the bullet, the blunderbush of Oyibo's bullet that time. They surprise. They say, what type of people are these? You cannot get them. The same way, look, let me tell you. Do you know why America dropped 2 nuclear bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Do you know the reason? They know that they can never win them in a conventional war. Are you hearing me? This is historical fact and analysis. America couldn't have defeated Japan in a convention without that nuclear weapon. No. Because when they first met the Japanese in the war, they were terrified. They saw them as very little people. You know, Japanese, they are small in nature, in stature. But these people were really, because they have they grew up with their tradition. You understand? And one of their traditional values is this. You see, martial arts, kimono. I think they call it kimono. Martial arts. You must learn it. Japanese, Chinese also, they have it. Most of these Asians, they have it. You must be fit. They teach you from primary school. They teach you how to self-defense. You go through yoga, through different systems of martial arts, either kimono or different. They give it different names. You understand? But do you know that? Do you know why they were able to retain it? Because they maintained their system, their values, their originality. Had it been they allow Europeans to use Christianity, they will blame. They will tell them, "Stop this! Your martial art is evil." They will condemn it, and they will make the Japanese very weak. A normal Japanese, according to historical facts, a normal Japanese soldier in the Second World War soldier, let me tell you, they say before he can fall, you will shatter him with bullets until he fall into pieces. Pieces of his head will fall. Otherwise, he will continue coming until he make sure he kill you. The body, he has died though, but he is still marching. That is their value. There is secrets in their martial art system. America saw this and they can never surrender. They say no. They say dignity is more important than life itself. You understand? That is why even Japan today, they have a high percentage of killing themselves, suicide. High percentage of suicide in the world. One of the highest in the world is in Japan, because they don't take nonsense. Their dignity is number one. Had it been they allow the European religion or their system, and they would have been very weak. Forgive. No, forget now, forgive. So, when the Americans saw that these people, they can never surrender, that you can, in a bush, you'll be shooting a Japanese soldier, pieces of his body, some part of his head will fall. He will make sure that the body zombie will come and kill you before he finally collapses. Maybe Awakashigoe. That is what America saw. They say, no, these people are not normal human beings. We have to use this big bomb. That's why they use fat man on them. Do you understand me? They retain their values. Today we are weak. They program us into pursuing shadow. One devil that is a mirage. Die by fire. Hey, fire! You see, our people have been programmed like animals. Now, so every time on a cast devil. A devil that God didn't kill, is you that will kill him. Isn't it stupidity? Let me continue, because I will soon open the lines, please. I want people to call and ask questions, or with divergent argument. You can, not like Mazi. I know he's always asking satirical questions. Please just say what you believe and we can debate it, but in a civilized way. Okay, I was talking about the military. The job of the military is to wage wars, kill and destroy, but they are doing it for the interest of the country. They are being protected and paid by the country's government. Can you say that the military is evil? The answer is no. What about the executioners of death sentence prisoners? Can you also call them evil? The answer is no. They are doing their job. That job, somebody must do it. You know, in Saudi Arabia, I think every Friday, after prayer, there is a spot they used to gather. They bring out people that are sentenced to death. Now you see the executioners, they wear mask, they bring a heavy long sword. With that long sword, once they recite their Quranic verses, they will cut off the neck of the person because they are sentenced to death. America is doing the same thing. America, they kill through lethal injection. I think they have stopped electrocuting. It's dead, they kill it anyhow. But that killing, it is their job. It is a human being that is doing it. So are you going to go, that person, that man doing that killing, he have wife, he have children. He's being paid for the job. You cannot say no, this man is evil. You can meet him and he will be the most gentle, very good personally, very good person. But he's doing his job. That is how the thing they you call devil is a spirit. It is doing his job. But because you don't know how to manipulate it, foreigners have come now, poisoned our mind and bring us that you know the cause of our woes. Why we don't have electricity in Nigeria is so devil. So you continue casting devil. Because you are naive. You are simply ignorant. Here on Radio Biafra, we try all we could in order to open the mindset of our people to start understanding the cause of our problems. Not that way you are going. You understand? How do you think that you could kill the devil by fire, whereas the same God with limitless powers cannot kill him? Rather, he works with him. You know that God works with the devil? Do you know that? It's still in the Bible. Don't you know that? Don't you see? When God sent the angel of death, how many times in the camp of Israelis, according to Bible story? Because we are talking from the things you know. Oh, angel of death, is it not a devil? Or what you call devil today? Oh, something you are casting by fire. Angel of death. He killed how many Israelis when they murmured in the wilderness? He killed how many of them? In a day. Until God said, no, it's okay. Stop. What about when, David? I'm telling you according to biblical story. When David numbered the people, and God was annoyed, how can you number people? How can you make census? Do you also see that, God respects the development of human being? Before, according to Bible, counting census is evil. It made God, he said, why will you count census? Are you their creator? Do you want to know their number? David said, oh, I have sinned. He said, no, don't worry, it's not, I'm not going to chop, I have sinned. I will forgive you, but there will be consequences. 3 months of falling in the hands of your enemies. I think either 3 months, yes, and 3 weeks of this thing. There is another punishment for 3 weeks. Let me not be wrong. And 3 days of slaughter. I think 3 weeks of pestilence and 3 days of slaughter, direct slaughter from God, from the angel of God. And David says, better I fall into the hands of God than to fall into the hands of man. He said, okay, you choose 3 days, right? Okay, you thought you choose the very easy one because it's quick, 3 days. God released the angel of destruction. Say, oh yeah, go. Who do you think he released? Is it not devil? God works with the devil. When God talk about Job, in the same, I'm quoting the Bible you are reading, but what you are reading, you don't even practice them. When God talk about Job, he boasted about Job to the devil, and that is the same angel of destruction. Devil say, because you give him every riches, allow me now to do. You know me now. Let me do my job, and you will see he will curse you. He will reject you immediately. It's okay. Go and do your job, but don't touch his life. Is not God working? Is God not working with devil? Who are you to cast out the devil? Who are you to pursue, to burn devil alive, to kill him? You see that you are just being programmed to waste your time. Are you understanding me? To give you fake satisfaction. that you are doing something. You don't know that you are busy doing nothing. Completely nothing. Our people are busy in churches, in mosques, praying and doing nothing, thinking that they are fasted for 100 days, they are killing Satan, they are casting out. Who are you? If God is a all and all, He doesn't kill him, and it's you that will come and burn him by fire. Look at your stupidity is thinking, honestly. God works with the devil. The same way our Igbo tradition, we don't have, we send, normally in our tradition, we send any spirit, we manipulate them to do their job. But Christianity came and destroyed everything, made us weak. We don't know more, even know how to do nothing again. Britain akpa football. Akpa fere ndi Fulani akpa fere ndi Yoruba wajia yo goal. They laugh. We became nothing because we have lost our flavor. We have lost our originality. You are casting out, you are killing devil to die by fire. Devil, you have been killing how many years now? Something that God works with, you are killing him. It is better that we start trying to understand the wisdom, the secret of manipulating these spirits for our interests. Do you understand me? The same way countries have a military, they unleash their military. They keep, as you are talking, countries military, they are in their camps. American military, they have people that only 100 or 10 of them can level a city. They are trained to go to YouTube and Google the most brutal forces. Military forces in the world. Brutal. You see them. People that are trained, one person can be able to kill and with nothing. He will kill and kill and kill and kill. That is his training. But they will not unleash him until the right time. If there is a job for him, for the person, now for the people, they will unleash them. They go and do their job, and they will be given medal. Why were they given medal? They went and killed and destroyed. I watched sometime on documentary. One soldier, he was talking on how he entered into the behind the enemy line in Afghanistan in order to eliminate one of the most wanted Taliban warlords or Al-Qaeda commanders. You understand? In the Tora Bora mountain. They need somebody to go there and plant laser detector, so the laser guide, so that physically somebody must go there in order to plant something inside that place to guide missile being shot from a drone, one of the drones in the sky. Somebody have to go there and put something there to guide the missile. And the man went. The man went. They dropped him, I think, 18 kilometers before he reached the place through helicopter. And he started trekking. He started moving. He told that story. That he did it. There are people like that. They went and successfully he did it. And it led to, when you hear they were bombing Tora Bora mountains in Afghanistan, do you think that is a joke? People, the real devils were sent there in order to do their devilish work. And that devilish work is good. It's good for America. Do you see it? But you are busy casting out and killing devil by fire because you are an ignorant human being, thinking that is the cause of your problem. No, it's not. It's something, is a program they put in your head, whether Algol or Fortran language they use in programming you, so that you always, once they talk about your problem, you rise up in the midnight, you say, Satan, let me bind Satan. Who are you to bind Satan? Who are you? They brought this satanic something, translation. In 1917, they translated the first Igbo Bible. They put it. They just, anything they see, they name it. Say, no, is that thing? Or you call it a Ekwensu. And we started demonizing something our weapon of war. It's just like a country demonizing their military. Don't you see the stupidity in us? Here on Radio Biafra, we open our eyes so that we start thinking. Do you understand? We start thinking. If Ekwensu is bad, why do we have Ekwensu as a village? As villages in our land? You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some time ago, when he have talked about it after, you know, we are all learning. No person is perfect. Do you know somebody that brought out this thing? One, is it Obi? How do I forget this guy's name in Facebook? Very funny guy. He said, no, senior advocate of Ekwensu, yes. Even that our Mazi, that comrade, I've been asking, where is he? He doesn't come out again. Where is he? Maybe he's hearing my voice. You can inbox me, please. Senior advocate of Ekwensu. He started writing that, look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ekwensu is not bad, though. Stop using it. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu read it. He said on Radio Biafra one time that I will research about it. Ekwensu is not even bad. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, I listened to him. He said it. I myself, I started making researches. I started finding out things. They turned us against our weapons of war. Weapons of war. They turned us against them. We started beating about the bush. All these things we are doing, we embrace this everywhere, sabotage everywhere, evil everywhere. We need to come back. I'm talking about superstition, but under it, I'm talking about the concept of devil. You understand? Now, let me continue. How do you think you could kill the devil by fire, whereas the same God with limitless powers cannot kill him? Rather, he works with him. This is simply manipulations, brainwashed superstitious belief that makes you feel happy as a religious person. You believe that you can kill the invisible devil that you are programmed to believe to be responsible for your woes. This is just a ploy to make you never to care about the government that is the real cause of both good and bad in your daily lives. That is simply the thing. You know why they left these churches growing? Because in Nigeria, it is playing to the narratives of the politicians in Nigeria, to the caliphate. They love it. When they brainwash you that, look, you pray, you go 100 days of fasting, you pray, you cast out a demon, burn them to ashes. It is your problem. It is the cause of your problem. Those that are in the Nigerian politicians are laughing because they know that they are deceiving you. If they didn't tell you all this, now you'll be focusing on government, and rightly so, and they will be in problem. Don't you see how other countries do? In France, they protested. In Israel, that you are calling God of Israel, but they are doing the thing by themselves, protesting, holding their government to accountability. But you yourself, you are programmed to go and burn Satan in the tarry night. Are you not stupid? That stupidity is what we are trying to remove from your eyes. Because the holder of your destiny is the government. The government you are contributing taxes to every blessed day. If you go and buy food in the market, you are paying tax. You are paying something to the government. They have percentage. Don't you know that? The house rent you are paying, the bills you are paying, your government has some percentage every day. You understand? But you don't hold them accountable. Normally in every of our village there should be dispensary, there should be clinics, there should be hospitals, good ones. There should be electricity, because there is money to do all these things in Nigeria, but they are not doing it because they know that you don't know the cause of your problems, that they put you to continue pursuing devil, burn devil, continue until you burn devil, go and burn, continue burning devil. Didn't you see Pastor Suleiman, the person that can, the devil burner, somebody that can do miracles, everything, but now when it comes to the reality of catching the kidnappers, those that attack him, he go and call police. He use police. Why not use angels? Do you see how these people, how scamming, how they are using this religion to scam you? To the most scamming is, making you to continue thinking, pursuing shadow. That is the worst part of it. To mistake your problem that you don't have problem. This is the cause of your problems. Is devil. Is devil. Don't you see how evil it is? That they are indirectly killing people every day. Had it been they are using their platforms, I mean their pastors, this reverend father, they are using their platforms to tell the people the truth, that the government is responsible for your woes, people will rise up and go and take, cause revolution that will better the lives of people. But look at them, those religious elites. Look at them. They are going on the highest cars. They live on mansions because they are living on your misery. The religion prospers where misery is rampant. Religion prospers on people's misery. Do you understand me? We should understand that the more humans activate and develop their brains to function independently, the watchword there is in functioning independently. When you allow your brain to function independent of any affiliation, any sentiment, now you start understanding the reality of life. I'm telling you. We should understand that the more humans activate and develop their brains to function independently, the more superstitions are reduced, and the more we as humans take complete charge of our destiny in this beautiful earth. Do you know why we are not in charge of our destiny? Why black people are not in charge of our destiny? Because we were put in the wrong way, in the wrong path, to continue pursuing shadows, to continue thinking, saying that it is the devil. Any person that you will see somebody, that kills somebody, that commits murder, when they catch him, he say, "No, forgive me, it's the devil." Okay. Oh, it's the devil. Now you go like that. Somebody will kill and commit atrocities and kill, do human rituals. After he will come out to the church and give testimony. I killed more than 50 people, but now I've repented. Praise God. And people will clap. And I'm watching them. How can that kind of place ever advance? How? No, carry it to the devil. No, when anything happens, no, the person is. Now, why do we have justice system? Why? Why do we have police? Why do we have laws? Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. This is the era. Okay, let me continue. We should understand that the more humans activate and develop their brains to function independently, the more superstitions are reduced, and the more we as humans take complete charge of our destiny in this beautiful earth. This is the era of our own African awakening and renaissance, in which we have started and we will continue questioning superstitions. This will spur us into using more of our brains to be more scientific and practical. Moreover, questioning superstition makes us more productive. Do you know that? Do you know that now they are questioning darkness? Maybe you might think it's something simple. The people with activated human brain are questioning the origin of darkness. Do you understand? Oh, and God said, "Let there be earth. Let there be let there be light," and there was light. Scientists, the awakened brains, are now questioning how did this earth form? What is the Big Bang? There is a theory of the Big Bang. What is that? What is dark matter? Does dark matter exist? Or darkness, is it something, or is it simply nothing? How can it be nothing? How can it cover where there is no light? You know, all these are questions. It comes through superstition. Through superstition, you can start questioning all those superstitions. Anyone, it can take time to solve, but it makes you productive. But when you say, no, don't go that area, leave, it is God, God did it like that. There is no difference between you and the early men. You understand? That is why Africa, we are lazy. Africans are lazy because they don't care to bother their brains. When you bother your brain, now you start being productive. Your brain will start coming up with different options, with different results. Do you understand me? How many Africans are in African country? I'm not saying those in America or those in Western countries. In Africa, in their countries, are researching about this nuclear. I know people that did nuclear science, nuclear physics. But are you practicing it? Are you researching? How many are you? We have uranium in Africa. We have uranium. Even in Nigeria, we have some part in the north. We have little uranium in some part. Even in Biafra land, uranium. We have in different parts of Africa, in Congo, in Gabon, in Niger, in different parts of Africa, we have uranium. How many Africans are trying to research how to build even nuclear bomb in their way, traditional way? How many? No, why will you do that? Whereas you have Oyibo that can do, Americans that can do it for you, that can produce already made and give to you. Very lazy. They relegated us into laziness. Before you talk, they use superstition and cover it. Before you talk one, you will see only quote to go Bible, quote from a book of Ezekiel, book of this thing, and they are about coming cover goya. Do you see where they place us? Very, very active when it comes to quotation. And I will do this, and the God say, and they read this and that, and they quote ball from why practicality? No way. I don't know why the way we are in this mess. Great Biafrans, the Igbo. I desire relegated into superstition, into being, mentally lazy because of believing this, and they condition us into, maybe today in the night there will be people that are in the tarry night, or I mean in how do they call it, night vigil, giving devil ultimatum to burn devil down, but die by fire. This is what they have. It's a program. Let us remove this program from our lives, and we shall succeed. It is therefore a sign of healthy human development and advancement. Questioning superstition, it is a very good sign. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open the lines, and we shall start. I will start receiving calls, please, so that we start receiving calls. And I like people to ask questions, please, or give a divergent opinion. It is highly allowed, as long as we do it in a civilized manner. Please do not go away. I'll be right back.
Biafra is all he asks for. Every night and day he's shouting and pointing to one direction, but his own people are blind and saying it's causing division. Tell me why someone who sacrificed his life for you and I? Tell me why out of sight has become out of our mind. He's asking for nothing and cares about not for his people emancipation. No, but there is a breaking news to those who never knew. But make me to give you a clue in the morning sunrise.
Concert bell, concert bell, concert bell. Biafrans and lovers of freedom around the world. There will be an all-stars concert tour of Biafra artists coming up soon in Tokyo, Japan. This concert is aimed at spreading the gospel of Biafra to every nooks and crannies of the earth. We are bringing the gospel to the streets of Asia, and Tokyo, Japan will be its starting point. We are using this opportunity to appeal to Umu Chineke around the world to lend our music stars a financial helping hands to make this concert tour realizable. To make any donation, please contact Veteran Ike Peter on +18 45 344 7984 or +19 29 40 69 953. You can also contact Mazi Okechukwu Foreign on +39 35 11 37 4478 or +48 57 93 32 439.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from our province of Biafra Land, and we are here live and direct. Today is the 15th day of July 2023. Today is Saturday, Obochieke, a day dedicated to discussions on religious issues. Therefore, our lines are now open. I know people have started calling already. I will continue, please. Do not forget that tomorrow, being Sunday, Mazi Chinas and Woro will be here on this hallowed platform on an interactive session. Please do not miss it, please. Our lines are now open. As I said, our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. Please, if you are talking, be considerate. Make use of at most 4 minutes, please. And I also will love people that have other divergent ideas on what I preached to Colin. You can also ask questions, please. It is highly allowed because we learn from each other. I have a first caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? You are the first caller. Please, 4 minutes at the maximum. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp for the last time, are you there? Mazi, go on now. I get put a zig in my uncle. Go on, please. Mazi, will it know you? I don't need your earphone. Whip ya, please. Mazi, will it know you? Wow. Mazi, can you hear me? Yes, go on. Will it all look kuka a Biafran?
I'm not feeling fine, but I will try my best. Good evening, Mazi. Good evening, Biafran. My name is Chukukari Jamal. I'm calling from Biafra land. My contribution this night is that in Berlin conference, which happened in 1884, right, Mazi? Hello. Can you hear me now? In Berlin conference in 1884 was the time they said Africa must be colonized, right? And I asked, was Christianity mentioned there as one of their tools for colonization? That is my question.
Okay.
The conversation will be on, interactive. So that is my first question. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Okay. I hope you are hearing me. I hope you are hearing me.
Hello, Mazi.
Yes, I say I hope you are hearing me. Are you hearing me? Mazi, can you hear me? Yes, I'm hearing you, Mazi. Oh. Yes, I've been talking. I'm hearing you. Yes, I know. But Mazi, let me ask you, are you using any earphone, please? In a use the earphone, you whip your beacon. Okay, okay. Because I'm talking to you, but you are not hearing. But I'm hearing you. Now, Mazi, when you talk about when we talk about the Berlin Conference, whether you say they are going to use, they told themselves that they are going to use Christianity to colonize. Let me tell you, Europe took Christianity as their identity. You understand me? That is number one. Now, if they are coming to war, for example, if America is going to war, the time America is going to war in Iraq or in Afghanistan, they didn't tell America what they are going to use. They didn't tell their enemies what they are going to use. Every tool at their disposal is their weapon. You understand? As they are going to the war, they have different arsenals, including their non-governmental organizations. That side is brainwashing. You understand? The same thing during the Berlin Conference. They have they have Christianity as their identity. It's a European identity, European religion. It doesn't matter they are not practicing now or anything, but they now take it as their identity. Okay. When they were going, they don't need to pronounce, but they have blessings of the Pope. They have blessings of the church leaders everywhere in Europe. Do you understand me? After all, the leader, the head of the Anglican Church, do you know who he is? He's the British monarch. Is the leader of the head of British Anglican Church. I think you know that. So if they don't have the blessings of all these their Christian, which means it couldn't have taken place. So as they are coming with it, just like as I used to say, it is a war group. They come with all they have, their arsenal. Their arsenal, inside their arsenal is their religious, what do they call them? Missionaries. Is in their arsenal. Anywhere they are going to colonize, they use the missionaries, they are there. They work with the European military. If they come and talk, you don't listen, they bring the military to burn that village. Do you understand that? So that is a fact. It's a historical fact. It's not something that we make up. You understand? Go on, please.
Okay. In the aspect of God, we always Christians, they define God as a righteous one, while tagging the devil as the evil one. Now, and both exist in the spirit. As for me, as I like you said, woman evolution, day by day, woman evolves. So I kind of my mentality, I try to find out even this our God who Kabiam that we call. Is it our parents like and the other way around Chineke, the God that creates? I don't know if you're getting me. Chineke. Is it our parents or I want to understand this aspect of God, which we call Kabiam. Who like does he exist in the spirit? I don't get it because is he invisible or visible? That is my second question.
Okay, Mazi, and I think because many people are calling, honestly speaking. Now, I know that people are calling in order to put their mouth on this, but let me say this also. You know, Chineke, Chukwuokike Abia, is our language. It's what we are born to see. We are speaking Igbo. I think Benin we say Osa Nobua. You understand? Yoruba we say, I think Oludumare. You know, now this essence of God of a thing is we are just centralizing it because English is now #1 language in the world. But let me tell you something. The recorded originator of letter G, the recorded originator of letter G, which you spell God, G-O-D. His name is, he was a slave, but freed man. His name is Spurious Carilius Ruga. Maybe he's a origin from Fulani. Spurious Carilius Ruga. He added letter G to the teachings of the Roman alphabet during the 3rd century before Christ, BC, around 230 BC. You understand? Now tell me, before letter G came into being, what were people calling God? You see that every language, every nation have their description of the supreme being. You understand? Because it is the belief. It is from that local belief that you start questioning your spirits. I mean, you questioning the superstition. That you start questioning, and that questioning things will start coming to your brains. You understand what I mean? Whether this is our own belief system, our own originality, but when we, you know, compare it with God, because God is English. When you, I told you the letter G, before the 230 BC, there was nothing like G. So which means God we are hearing he originated. It started from maybe 2,000, not up to 3,000 years ago. Do you see how the world is? Or the bending, or you know, or the way we see things in our environment is the way we, you know, is the way we value things. And from there, because the language Chukwuokike is our language. It's our language. But the issue is this: they came, the Europeans came. The first thing they started doing, I was watching a recorded video, I think 1949, of how when they were teaching our ancestors, I cannot say too much ancestors because maybe some of them are still alive today. Big people in Igbo land, and you see them, they are, you know, they are looking good. They were looking good, well dressed. 1949 of yesterday. Now they were teaching them English language. But before, you know, when we say aba, we are using European alphabet. I mean European alphabet to spell our language. You know, in Hausa they call it ajami. It's using Arab to write Hausa. The same way we are using English alphabet or Roman, call it Roman, it's European alphabet to write Igbo. It was not like that. So they started teaching all the grown-up men and women that knew how to read our own Nchibidi. But now they condemned our Nchibidi and started teaching them their own language. No, this is A, B, say is abechede. It is I mean English alphabet that we are using. But before that time, were we not existing? Were we not reading? Were we not communicating? We were. Our people were. But one thing that happened to us is the total cancellation of our tradition, including our way of writing, our way of doing things. Total. They cancelled it. And now they promoted us to be writing Igbo language in their own with their own alphabet. but the Asians, they refuse. Do you see when, you see Japanese, they are all writing. It's their own alphabet. They use their own alphabet to write their own language. That is the way it should have done. It should be in our own land. But because now we accepted everything. Now we started writing abechede, which is not normal to us. Chinese, they are writing. If you see Chinese writing, you will not even know which one is which. But they are reading it. Japanese, the same thing. In Africa, the only people that retain their alphabet is Ethiopia, because they were never conquered by any European country. They retain their originality, their alphabet. Yeah, do you see that? Mazi, please continue. If you have something to say, you say, so that others will come in, please. Many people are calling, please.
Mazi, another one is this Yahweh that we at times they use it in concluding prayers in Radio Biafra. Was there any impact? Like, was there any good that he shaped, that he brought in our life, that we use him at times, his name, to end our prayers? I want to understand that aspect also. Does he have, like a different, because this Jesus man that they are talking about is like the man has another story, another history, while Yahweh has another history. Like it is now like Yahweh is the good one. Then I want to ask, is there any impact that he made in our life, and is it Chukwukabema that gave birth to this Yahweh? I want to understand that.
Mazi, I think I will pick another call now, so that you'll be listening to what I'm saying. Please, you have asked 3 questions. I will reply, and other people are coming in also. Please, do you hear me? Mazi, can you hear me? Yeah, so now you can cut off so that you'll be listening through the radio. Yeah, because people are calling. Now, what you asked, whether you pray through this or through that, or it is belief system. I cannot tell you that he add or he didn't add anything. You understand me? But the issue is satisfaction of your personal belief system. That satisfaction is what matters. You understand? Now, when you talk about Yahushua, or me personally, I don't need to believe that, accept that somebody from another country cares for me more than my ancestors. Personally, I don't believe it, even right from time. That's why you never see me in all this right from time. I don't go into it. So, but I will not use it to condemn people also, because it is their personal belief system. Do you understand? It is their personal belief system. When somebody pray, you can pray now and say, even you call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is you. It is you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say, when Biafra comes, if you want to worship cockroach, go get the giant one, put in your room, be worshiping it. It is not nobody's problem. But the issue is this: the law of the land will take precedence. You will not use what your personal belief to disturb others. That anarchy that is going on in the zoo called Nigeria, it will never happen. It will never happen in our land. I mean, in Biafra land. Do you understand me? So that is the matter. Now, whether you pray, I cannot tell you, as we are being programmed to believe, somebody died for us in a foreign land. And when sometimes I ask myself, if all these stories about saving us is true from foreigners, but how did they come to save us? The king of Belgium, he admitted that they committed atrocities the Belgium colonizers, they committed atrocities in Congo. King Leopold killed more than 15 million Congolese in order to convert them to Christianity, because for them, they are infidels. For him, they are infidels. So how can you love me, you kill me, but you love me? Oh. Sometimes we should be reasonable. Okay, look at the technologies they are having, cut-edge technologies. They are hiding it. They don't even ordinary aeroplane assembling plants. They don't want to bring it to Nigeria so that you don't learn the technology. You see people that are working with a total oil driller Shell in Biafra land. They say there are some things they will be doing. They will shut off the black people, the Nigerians that are working there. They will not allow them to near. But these are the people that their ancestors brought. Somebody that loves us, he died for us. You know, when we look at all these things, we see that Yenil are brainwashing, honestly speaking, to control us, so that they become superior. Oh, they love the same way they are loving. Don't they love Britain? Love us now. Are they not giving us a visa to come to England to care for their elderly people? Oh, they love us. They love Nigerians. We are giving you visa. Is it love? Is it love? If you love me, why can't I establish in my own country and be like you? That is the pure love. But all these things are, brainwashing. Let me tell you. Privately, I believe it's complete brainwashing. Complete. To continue subjugating us, so that spiritually they hold us hostage, physically they hold us hostage, and we have no place. We cannot shake our body. But this time around, the era of awakening is there. African awakening. I'm telling you honestly. Let me pick this call. Mazi Juaga, please hold on. I'm coming to you. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on direct line, please. Oh, Mazi. Why now? Okay, let me see who has been there. Caller on Signal. You have been there 20. Oh, Mazi has called back. Mazi, go on, please. Mazi, India mother, please go on. Go on.
Yeah, sir, I have to be prepared to thank you for coming up today, please. And I want to thank Mazi and Kanu for everything that done for us.
Mazi, raise your voice. These people calling this evening. What is happening? Mazi, raise your voice now. Raise your voice.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Go on. It's okay now. Go on. Oh no. Caller on Signal, please go on, please. Thank you for holding on for 21 minutes. Mazi Joe, go on. No, hold on, please.
Mazi Jonathan, should I go on?
Go on, please. Go on.
Mazi Jonathan, good evening, sir.
Hello.
My name is Mazi Fine. I'm calling from my location. Mazi, in fact, this is a religion discussion. Mazi, may God bless you. God who always giving you strength to try to let our people to know that religion is not the best way to become a human being, or religion is not the best way to believe God. Like as that our brother that was asking question about you are praying and after praying you say in the name of Jesus. Mazi, do you know that there is one guy on my Facebook. He's an Arab man. That guy is asking Jesus somebody. But I try to understand and I try to reason. Why are people choosing to answer that name? But let me tell that our brother.
Mazi, can I tell you something? Can I say something here? Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
You are
Go
talking
ahead.
about, when you talk about Jesus, for example, the name is a Spanish, anglicized Spanish or something like that.
Yes.
Do you know that? Do you know what do you know that the Muslims? Do you know that they believe in Jesus too? Do you know that? Do you know they answer the name? Do you know what they call Jesus? Isa. Do you know that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
They believe, and they name it. Any person you hear his name as a Muslim is Isa. Is equivalent to is Jesus. The same way Spanish they answer Jesus. You understand?
Yes.
It's just a name. You know.
Yes.
So that is it. That is for your information. Any place, any Muslim you hear, his name is Isa. Isa is Jesus. Is the Arabic form of Jesus. The same way they call Moses. Moses is Musa. Yes.
Musa. Yes.
Aaron is Aruna. That's it.
Mazi, so why is it our people don't want to use their brain?
Mazi, it's not that they don't want. It's ignorance. Mazi, okay, they like that. Okay, now no better all this was your macheya. Don't blame anybody. It's ignorance.
No, Mazi,
it's ignorance.
I'm not trying to blame anybody. But for someone to come and start answering that question, actually you, which Chukwu Okike Abiama and Chineke, I was listening to that kind of question, and that man was asking you. In fact, Mazi, I didn't. If I say that, if you call it ignorance, Mazi, well, I may say it's ignorant, but how can people know all these things? Are they not researching? Are our people not researching? Religion as a Christianity come through the help of Portuguese in order to slave us, to conquer us. In this your program, I told you several occasions that even my grandfather was somebody that Britain used during that slave time, during the slavery time, my grandfather was used by British. During the time of Omoloko, that is, most of our people read that Igbo, Omoniko Igbo. The river that Omoniko and his people was drowned inside that water is my river. I don't know what is happening to our people. In fact, Mazi, I believe that some of questions that our people are asking, maybe in short, maybe they send them to come and ask this kind of question. Whereby,
Mazi, please, no, don't discourage people from asking, because the more you know. Let me come. Just make your everybody have the same type of ability to understand. Let me tell you. I could remember even in our school days, secondary school days, I could remember there are people in my class. They can be there. There is one guy. He can read book, put his head into the book from morning till night. But before God and man, he doesn't understand nothing. So it's the capability. So please do not, when you talk like this, people will be discouraged from asking questions. People have different ways of understanding. Please. So don't.
Corrected.
Yes.
Corrected. Yeah. Thank you, Maz. Thank you, Maz. Good. Thank you, Maz. But what I'm trying to let you know, Maz, is this your good work is in short is going a long way. You're changing a lot of things, because I believe that our grandfather has the way of worshiping God. Our grandfathers during that time, there's a story that my father told me. He told me that story, but I know that our time is not in my side. Anytime that I have the opportunity to call, I will share the story. Mazi, you see, Chukwu Okike and the Chineke. Once something is happening to you, you mention that name. Mazi, in fact, you will see the good impact of them than calling a foreign name. Because all those names them brought to us during that time or time of religion, all of them is a slaving name. But is not fighting back to them. That is why even our leader Mazi Nnamdi, there's one of his preaching. He told us that even Christ himself, when the disciple asked him, teach us which kind of prayer that can we pray so that God will hear our prayer? Our leader Nnamdi interpreted the prayer. See, even Christ himself did not even recognize himself. He said that I was sent by somebody, as a God sent our leader to save us, to liberate us, to give us freedom in this contraction, in this zoo. That is how the Christ was sent, to liberate people during that time. And he told them that yes, somebody sent to me, and if you want to pray, call that man that sent me. He teach all of them all the whole prayer to the end. But sometimes I don't know. In fact, the mass make up. Let me just so that others will put their own.
Thank you. We must continue. We never shut people that wants to ask questions. It doesn't matter how, please, because everybody have not the same level of understanding and ability or mental ability. Caller on direct line, please. Welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very clearly, sir.
The Mazi.
Yeah, Dr. Jonathan, thank you. Thank you for starting the reading fire again today. First of all, my question is, where is sentiment in superstition? Is it part of it, or is it an offshoot of superstition? Let me explain what I meant by that question. Because superstition engenders a lot of something. The sentiment comes in from my own understanding to help drive superstition. And this has been bugging us for a very long time. Now, look at the issue we have at hand. I believe that our people, we are suffering because we are lazy. Let us remember that Nnamdi emphasis is always to read, because when you read, you understand. You are able to critically assess issues. Now, every weekend, you go ahead within the week reading and coming to share with us. Many of us are seeing you as, oh, let us go and listen to be entertained. It is not like that, and it shouldn't be like that.
Of course.
I give you an example. None of Nigerian lawmakers in their 9th assembly, none of them, senators and House of Representatives, none of them read one single book. Because the more you read, the more you understand, the more you question. That is the major problem that is holding us. And that is where my question of sentiment comes in. Because we are lazy, we don't read, we don't research, we don't do any of those things. So how can you critically think and assess issues of superstition? And that has given rise to all of us believing whatever they told us. We hold it very tight. In fact, we run down our own people. We run down our values because we want to promote the values that are alien to us. The ones that we know, we do away with them, and then we are so sentimental about defending the foreign cultures and foreign values that are imposed on us. So I think part of the solution should be for our people not to be paying attention to entertainment, not to be paying attention to this useless BB Niger and all that, but they should invest their time in reading, in researching. You were quoting the Bible. How many of us sit down to read that Bible? But we rely on speeches from pastors, and they will select the ones that are amenable to them. When you give, the Lord will give you back. It doesn't matter if you are doing that on an empty stomach. Suleiman called the police, said he called the police. The truth of the matter was that he mobilized them. He gave them bribe to go after.
That is the mobilization now, Mazi. That is the mobilization.
The Holy Spirit to come and fish them out. So that is my issue today. I still want you to respond on the issue of superstition and sentiment. Thank you. I stand down and listen and coming better.
Mazi. When you talk about sentiment also, because sentiment is versatile, you understand? There could be positive sentiments. You understand me? You know, for example, if you are in a war front, for example, you boasting the morale of soldiers. You could also be boasting their sentiments, their emotions. I go like this. Nah, you don't see that again. You guys are home. We put in march forward. That is you. It's positive sentiments for that period. But what they are distributing through religion is for us to have sentiments for fake. How do I? What this phrase do I use? A fake sense of accomplishment. You understand? So that when you go to church after in the night, that night vigil. I could remember when I used to go night vigil. You pray. Communicate all that fake sense of accomplishment. Oh, devil, die by fire. So that when you move and when you are moving out, now you feel happy that you have accomplished your mission, that you have killed the devil that is blocking your road from your road of business, the devil that is making government not to pay your salary in due time. These are fake sense of accomplishments due to the negative sentiments they put in you through the religion. That is it. That is the worst type. You understand? Whereas they don't, if they tell you that, look, your problem is not devil. Oh. You see, we don't have light. Oh, nepe we not. Oh, what devil meneyao. Oh, I'm in a complete service. All of a sudden, nepe work. I saw blood of Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, devil has come. No. It is not devil. It is the government. If the government is using the money you are contributing in the form of tax, different forms of tax and bills, if they are using it judiciously, they will provide the electricity 247, and you don't need to attach the taking of light to devil. Do you see where they mix up everything? How mix it up our brains? Let me go to Mazi Joe Agafe. Can you hear me, Mazi? You have been here for, let's say, 27 minutes. Mazi Joe, can you hear me, please? Welcome to the program.
I can hear you. I can hear you clearly, Mazi. Can you hear me, Mazi?
The whole world is hearing you, not only me. Go on, please.
Okay, great. Dalu, Mazi. Dalu. Mazi, I'm going to shoot straight into my little submission. I want to ask you something. Today is Saturday, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yes. Okay. I know that many of our people in Biafra land, even in some parts of Africa, they don't know that today, Saturday, is dedicated to Saturn, the deity of Europe. Saturn's day, the day they worship Saturn. Now, tomorrow is the day of the sun. They call it Sunday, the day of the sun. Now, the Europeans chose that day to start the week. They go to that, they start the week with worshiping their sun deity, because their 7 days have different names of different deities that owns it. Even the months, even the planets that they discovered outside Earth, they named them Jupiter, Saturn, just the names of their various deities. Most of our people are not aware of all this. Now, due to that, in our Igbo cosmology, we don't have anything like Satan or devil. The British, after shamefully being fought against by our great Ekumeku warriors, you know, since then, after finding out about the exploits of Frequency and how his expertise was used against them, the British automatically named it devil or Satan. They now equated it to their own devil. Moreover, in our Igbo cosmology, our Chuku does not have a son. It never had a son, unlike the deity of the Europeans. However, Chuku's spirit also did not sleep with another man's wife, Joseph, to bear a son. In European cosmology, Zeus sleeps with women of his choice. He comes down, he flies down, he sleeps with them, he fathered children with them. Automatically, those children now became godlike, just like him, half human, half a deity, and they are worshipped. Zeus is referred to as the all-knowing father in European cosmology. Now, do you know that every 4 years, every Olympic year, at Mount Olympus in Greece, sacrifices are made to Zeus, who it is believed abides up there. The Olympic torch travels around the world, which signifies conquering of the world by the West.
Mazi, this thing, many people don't understand it. Many people don't know it. The Olympics that is established.
Yes.
Many people don't understand the history behind it. Go on, Mazi.
Exactly. Okay. So, Mazi, don't be surprised that even this football we are playing every 4 years, every 2 years, has significance from the European spiritual perspective. But the problem, I think, I wouldn't call it a problem. The fact is that poverty, from where we come from, has made so many people lazy to even want to find out or to ask questions. They want to believe that their problem can be solved now by the deity of the Europeans that was forced down on them with whips, canes, and they are here. I don't know, Mazi, especially our Igbo brothers and sisters, if they are going to church on Sundays, have they ever asked themselves, the Chuku that my father and my mother are worshiping, is it the same with these people's God? Does he have a son? Did Chuku marry? No. Mazi, when a person is on a journey and the person is about to get lost, the next thing the person will do is to ask questions. You will ask, please, my brother, my sister, am I on the right path? I'm going to so place. They will not tell you, no, this is not the way. Take this place. The problem is that most of our people don't want to listen to us that are now awakened, that have now understood the gimmicks, the tricks of this European Christianity that they brought to Africa. Mazi, our people, either they like it or not, we will continue preaching this thing. Thank you, Mazi.
There were Mazi Joe Agafe. There were. Like what our brother said, he mentioned something about poverty. Yes. Let me tell you, everything in this world boils down to economy. That is number one thing. Making sure that at least you survive, you eat and survive. So, one thing is this. The Europeans, they impose a system to us in order to keep us down. And how do they keep us down? So that what we do is looking for what to eat. Engine. Keeping us, it's not easy to liberate ourselves from this, from hand to mouth, looking for our daily bread. It is the hardest thing on earth. It is not something, it is not an individual fight. The Europeans, they liberated themselves. That is when, blood flowed in the streets of Europe. For them to be liberated from this peasantry, from hand to mouth, only few people are controlling all of them, or all are relegated to poverty. So, when you are poor, you don't have even hope of what to eat your lunch. The next minute, you don't have hope. So, what will make you to be thinking about, philosophy, human philosophy? What will make you to be thinking of how we are going to, our children are going to stay? No. What will matter to you is how to get the food to eat, to put in your mouth and your children, to survive for that day. And that's why what they have relegated Nigerians. So that a politician, they lock the wealth, lock the money to themselves. And they're trickling it down little by little. So that during election time, they can use 1,000 naira and buy a community. And everybody will, now let me chop first. Now the one I eat, now my national cake. That is the worst. Everything is interrelated. It's interconnected like cobweb. You understand me? This is it's not a small fight, I'm telling you. It's not a small. It takes collectivity to remove ourselves from this serious situation. And one of the main tools they use in holding us down is this religion. So that you accept everything as the will of God. When somebody dies in accident because of bad road, that government should be held accountable. They say no, it's God. I beg God. Waiting. Others will give testimony how they survive. No, it is not me. Thank God, the God of choosing that I'm worshiping, the God of Adebeye I'm worshiping saved me. But others died. So everybody is relegated to fighting for yourself individually. That is the highest mess we are in. Individual survivor, relegated to individual survivor, is a very big mess. I'm telling you. Caller on, let me see. Caller on WhatsApp, you have been here 27 minutes. Welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? So, everybody is relegated to fight. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Individual survivor, relegated to individual survivor. Caller on WhatsApp for the last time. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Well, please go on. Welcome to the program.
Hello, you're hearing my voice.
Mazi, go on, please. Go on. The whole world is hearing you. Go on.
Okay, I'm very happy to belong into the program this evening. I'm very happy to belong to the good evening, Mr. Our professor that enlightened us to make us to understand, to make us to realize our question that we have been asking for years. I want to contribute to, I'm not asking a question, but just to contribute for what brother said, the first call, by asking about Chukwu Kabiama. Only the Igbo name that we call him make you to understand the name, Chukwu Okike and the Chineke. Now, let me use this medium and give you a small story about my father. My father was, as Igbo people said it, a native doctor that cure obanje, marine, and other things. There's one time when I was 13 years, I was helping my father for everything that he's doing. But there's something that touched me, that made me to start going to church and calling the name of Jesus. Because when my father entered into his shrine, he will first of all and call Obasi Bineligwe and call Chineke nke Eligwe before he start doing anything he's doing. So when I enter into night to sleep, I'm thinking of that person that my father was calling before he started doing his own thing that he's doing. That means that person is more superior than my father. Because when I was a little baby, I thought that my father is all and all, that nobody in earth that is more than my father. That's when I started thinking about church and going to church. But all my question, the time I was going to church, I'll become radical and start fighting against my father in the little age of 13 and 14 years. All those years go without fighting. You know why I give him that small story about when he was asking about Chukwu Okike and Chineke. I want to let that brother to know that Chineke is the supreme God, that Igbo people know him as Chineke, because we have many Chi and we have Nkeneken. So when you speak it in Igbo language, you understand it without even asking question. Not like English, that is not our language. So why I call this evening is about Ekwensu. that you speak when you was preaching. In that period, I was thinking about Ekwensu because the same thing I think about Chineke. I'm a man that I like to question myself for what I heard someone said or what somebody tell me. If I sleep in the night, I like to do question and know what is the truth and what is not true. And that will lead me to this radio station. Immediately I listened to this radio station. This radio station enlightened me all my questions that I have been asking. Some calls, some brothers that calls enlighten me, and you, the preacher, enlighten me. That makes me to understand more better. To realize that Ekwensu is not the devil that the people believe us to know that it's a devil. In Igbo language, that Ekwensu is an spirit of war. In the meaning the book, Ikwe Osu, Obu Nikwe Royaresu. So when you see the meaning of Ekwensu and think it, you will see that there is nothing like connection between Ekwensu and the devil. Because in Igbo language, they teach us in a school in 1970s when we are in nursery school. The only thing we know about is bad and the good. Informa, ni fojo. Informa, ni fojo. That Ekwensu come when the people bring us Christianity. That's when they introduce Ekwensu. So Ekwensu is not a devil as people think it to be. So I come to, again, I touched to that brother that talking about the person that asked a question about Chineke. I want to let that brother to know that there are some people that when they are hearing you speaking in this format, we are speaking in this radio, their body, they cannot withstand to hear the truth. It's very, very hard for them to understand. But by time going, and we are speaking, and we are enlightened, that will make people to start to be realizing something that they know when they was young, and when they was a baby, and something that they see their forefathers doing. That will make them to understand, to know that what we are saying here, we are doing it just to free our mental slave. Our mental, the way we think about God, the way we think about religion, that will enable us to help ourselves, to reset our brain, to know what is good and what is bad. Because everything, when you see into the religion matter in this world, everything that happened, they say is God. Everything that happened, they say is God. And mind you, all these pastors that are telling you that is God is God. God is going to join them in the last day. Because when you read into that your Bible, you see that when God said that I created this world for you as a human being, this world belongs to you. Subdue it. Anything that you say that will happen in this world will happen. This world is not for the spirits. So how can you be teaching me things of the spirit instead of you to teach me things of this world? Because God gave us this world
of course,
to inherit, to subdue it, to control it, to put it in any way we want it to do. It's for us. Because they say that when God says something, it must surely be happen. So God gave us in this world, it belongs to us. As you are a living soul, this world belongs to you. If you are a spirit, this world is not to belong to you. So we as a living soul, we must surely learn things of this world, not things of the spirit. The things of the spirit is not the things of this world. How can we leave things of the world to make the place that we are living better? And we are going to learn things of the spirit to make the world of the spirit better. How can that be possible?
Mazi, that's a very big question.
Let me stop here.
Thank you very much.
Let me stop here.
Of course. You know, through these interactions, questions are being raised. Sometimes I say, "Are you the trend or how do we come into this world of suffering? Only suffering from, as a people, we're suffering. You know, with for example, with Nigeria passport, which place can you go without visa with Nigerian passport? But with German passport, you go almost everywhere. With Italian passport, everywhere. Where you need visa, you can even get it online direct without stress. So you see, you know, what matters is how to better our physical lives, our physical world. For our, you know, I said it at the beginning, the reign of blessing of our collective nation. That is one thing. That is the first thing that we should be doing. Trying to, our collectivity is what matters. It should be number one. Because once we have a good collective, a good nation, the reign of blessing of that nation will be dropping to each and every one of us. You can be sick and call ambulance anywhere. Ambulance will come and pick you. I saw in the social media today, I think a woman fell down in Enugu. Just go walking on the road. People gather. If not for one Mazi that come and help pick him up to go to the hospital. Something that you know, ambulance immediately should have come and pick him up, pick her up, give her VIP treatment as a citizen. But it doesn't happen in our land. That is why you see individual blessing is rubbish, it's nonsense. Individual, you know, they program us and we are going into negativity. Thinking is positive. Oh, I have this. But your collectivity is zero. You have no respect as a collective. So it concerns you. You only make mouth because you have maybe a Spanish passport, you have foreign passport, you have American passport, but you cannot make mouth, you cannot boast with your own local Nigerian passport. It's impossible. You are ashamed. So how can you be equal? How can you be regarded equal? We should be ashamed, you know. What Mazi Nnamdi Kanu instigated, we should be ashamed of ourselves in order to remove that shame from ourselves by building a viable nation. That is what China did. Before, China hardly came and make international contribution. They kept quiet because they were ashamed of themselves. And that shame made them to start secretly building an economy. America was talking of human rights, they don't even care. They quietly were working because they want to remove that collective shame in them. How can a country that is almost 1/4 of the world or 1/3 of the world that time cannot afford to contribute internationally, cannot afford to be a world power economically, militarily? They say no, we are ashamed. That shame made them, they kept quiet. And they were building their economic power. They were building their people, citizens. Their their human resources. Until this time around, now they start rising up. Because they have built. Now, there's no shame again in them because they have removed the shame. Do you see it? But our own is inside that shame. Instead of we being shamed, you are boasting of individual progress. Individual progress is rubbish, is nonsense. Our collective progress is what matters. Caller on signal, thank you for holding on. But hold on, let me see. This caller on direct line has been there. Calling. Can you hear me? Call on direct line. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Mazi.
Because limited to 4 minutes. Limited to 4 minutes, please.
Okay. Yeah, Mazi. From a friend of the I'm calling from the community for the Mazi. Mazi, it's not easy. What you have been I say the people that give you friends. Not easy. And I'm make a try give me my friend. Keep my life for us. You shall conquer. You see, this thing has been long that I've been watching with this religious issue. What I'm something with now is not a day or not. Not something you can just remove overnight. But we are trying, we are hitting harder. We are doing a good job. You see? Our people have been deeply inside the worst partitions. That's why today we can see our people standing on the sun, somebody wear coat, carrying hand, standing on the sun, shouting, deciding the neighborhood here in the village. I think they are already for the 7 years here, trying to show themselves that they are gods themselves. While the land that we come from, we are running from our dear life. The shame, the shame was maybe the shame of people, but the neighborhood. I think he has the boss himself. The land is horrible for us. It's not tired. The land we come from is not tired. We are running for us to better our life. All the whole African countries all over. You see? Now, according to my brother about Africa, in no things that done in my area, there's a community that answer email questions. That is a diety in our land that not a good job in our own benefit, a good diety in our land. That was why our people, but the community answer community where Abarido come from. The town of Abarido in that particular area. You see? So our people have been brainwashed for many years ago. Banding Satan, banding thousand Satan, we are banding fire. Who are you? Who are you? Well, the person you are talking with the government, with the politicians. In all Nigeria today, church are running with here because they are working the government, with the politicians. They have to keep people down, keep them washing them every day by day. They will be praying on the street. Every year, you see them, before them, you see them, shouting. Every ancestral spirit holding you, every evil spirit holding you, in your family, in your temple, in the second battle. You are captivating your ancestors that bring you to this earth. While you also, you are going to be ancestors one day. And the thing that our ancestors are happy. They have been turned back for us. Today, what is happening in our land was not happening before in the ancient time, in the early time. The kind of killing in our land, the land, Lord has been shared everywhere. By under which government, under Nigerian government, and if you keep our land, if you had multiply Mazi, the kind of things that are happening in our land every year, because what happened before in the time of our ancestors. But since we have people to get our ancestors, forcing them, calling them names, that is why they have turned back today. Many things are happening to us. Enemies are beating us front and back. Now somebody can go and collect us and kill his brother because of his looking submission, not to make money, sabotage your brother anyhow. Because the land are not happy with us. We must go and please our God and please our land because we have done our land. Until we recognize that we are Biafra, not Nigeria, and go back to our way of life and continue our way of life because I will Allah. You know Allah to me. Or I think we will be all only time we will be every time I need to send them the security matter. When we are allowed and remember, we have a literally this is funny. Over the I'm allowed to have the issue in my own culture. If today we don't now, I volunteer to go to become our land. What is today? We really in our own land. I was not before in our time, because of our ancestors, not by possibility. We have to today we learn to do. We have to have a land because of the religious system we are into. Because if we take our land, we should talk about it. That was why we fell apart. The center of my food. This is the reason. We are like today. After the laboratory than them.
There were.
You see?
There were.
Now, if you come to Africa, Christianity was people of conquest as slaves. They use it and the Britain and the other Britain. They are Christianity. They supported them. That was where
Mazi, please round up. You are on 5 minutes.
Today was involved in slavery. Even the people was supported to conquer us at their own territory, to slave us for their own betterment. So this is the reason of conquest. I wish you know what they are doing. So I feel the message I'm moving Baba. I'm telling from Chinedu.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Caller on signal. You have been there since, is it 32 minutes? Welcome to the program. Caller on signal. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Mazi. Good evening from here.
There were. Thank you for holding on. There were.
So drawing in the matter why I need we are trying our best. And when I read the call your background, I don't know whether I want to put up with our word. Only repeating really line. There's really talking on your background that it repeats everything we say. People are saying.
No.
Okay. Let me start from what you start from saying Ekwensu. For me personally, I don't believe in Ekwensu. For me, it doesn't exist. In Igbo cosmology, when they Ekwensu, not only that, so it doesn't exist. First of all, the story they tell from Ekwensu is not clear to me. He first of all was an angel in the heaven, and he was thrown down from heaven to earth to become a black man, while he was an angel as a white man in the heaven, according to them. But I begin to ask them, which part of the world does that devil hellfire is? Which part of the world? Because since I belong to IPOB, I have had IPOB members calling all part of the world, Asia, Africa, Europe, everywhere. They have not said that I've called from the part of the what they call it, the hellfire site, that where the devil lives. So to me, it is not in existence. It's only that they created all this thing in order to. There's one man I said last week. Yeah, he said that they have to introduce something that they don't need to go to church to be a good person. Only just read that 10 commandments they introduce into religion. You become a good man. Just try to respect it. You don't need to go to church to call for God, Christian, everything, all the praying all the time. Only that can make you become a good man. So they needed to put people into a line that they believe. If they come to Africa, not say there's a place that's maybe heaven and there is a hellfire. How would you believe what I'm telling you? So nobody will believe them. And the thing they did, as you said here now, the whole Africa now is the introduction of use of money and degrees, all this qualification. These are the things. People go and read ABCD of Onyocha and then get degree. So for instance, if I'm a teacher in a classroom now, teaching from children, and I ask them, say, please, who discovered River Niger? And the child said, Mongopak. I said, no, you fell it's not Mongopak. The child will be surprised because it's written to them. And even if Mongopak came to Africa to be the first person to travel all the whole line of River Niger, he could have said that this man was the first person to travel from River Niger, from Obaro here, where it starts, to Benue, and know the distance and know everything. It would have been fair than telling us that they discovered it. And this is the thing they put in their ABCD that our people go to study and they give them degree. In the virtue of taking degree and trying to become the richest man, we found ourselves into this mess. This is why we can, before we deliver ourselves from inside this problem, we need to get our people 90% reasonable. So let me tell you something about the praying they are talking about. Every Sunday, people go to church and pray for maybe traveling, pray for safe journey, armed robbers attack, and when he gets his destination, nothing happens. He will be for fire, and they think that God has answered his prayer. But here in Europe, we travel on daily basis, almost 6 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours on daily basis. Some move 2 hours to go to their working place and come back in the same 4 hours. None of them pray for armed attack on the roads, or rather praying for accident. So this is what makes these people to believe that God has. That's what I meet them sometimes. I say, don't tell me that God have lead you from your destination to here, because another people travel the same day, the same hour. People give birth to their the woman give birth to a baby girl or baby boy, and he went to thank God that God had made him to deliver safely. But the same thing happened to you in China, the same day, the same hour. Somebody delivered without praying, without calling the name of Jesus or Yeshua. These are the things. we are facing. That's the one makes looks like our people are very dumb that believe in all this thing, but it's something that will take years for deliver our people from inside this state, because it doesn't take the Europeans 1 year to put us inside this condition. To remove ourselves, it has to take us years again. So last week, yeah, there's one of our brother called and asked a question: the difference between religion and culture. And Kene, I think so, answered him in a way, maybe a way. But for me, I want to touch on that particular question that brother asked. Culture, religion, Christianity, they are the same thing. The same thing. All of them are the same thing. Maybe when you want to talk about sentence and sentence, most of them is the same. And this one is sentence. Then on that note, if you want to talk about, that's why they created the name religion, culture, and Christianity. Just when you talk about Christianity now, everybody has know what we are talking about. They are talking about people that believe in Christ and all that. When you talk about religion, people have know what you are talking about. You are talking about people that believe in God and other things. Then when you talk about culture, but all of them are in the cycle of belief. Last week, or last week, you said on your program here that you want to believe or superstitious belief. Madi were believe on Oja, he goes everything will see to come my watch, everything. It's our belief, and it's our culture also. So then Christianity also is the same thing. Those that believe in Christ and that teaching the word of Christ, believing that He's the Son of God. It is all of them are the cycle of belief. So these are the things we face. Our people, they use this adopted language to deceive our people.
Mazi, let me come in there also, so that we clarify some issues. You know, when we talk about the religion or the belief, yes, you are right in what you say. But you know, there is a yardstick we should use in measuring, and the yardstick is our collective progress and advancement. If, for example, we believe in foreign religion so dearly, going with our heart and everything, and we believe it, we continue working in it, and now we are seeing that the result in our land is devastation. We are not progressing. That is the yardstick we are going to look back and say, how is it profiting us? You know, when you have a shop, from time to time you have to take a stock to understand, am I making progress or am I retrogressing? That is the thing, the issue. And another thing is this: when we check the people that brought us this foreign religion, the Arabs, the Europeans, you look at their characters to us today, you see that now what they told us, there is no love. Had it been, for example, Britain that colonized us and also brought us with Italy, that brought us Christianity, maybe any type of advancement they will call us and teach us and bring to us, so that we also have the dividend and benefit. They will bring companies and factories in our land, you know, and teach us, and we also learn and benefit. We will say, okay, we believe that, okay, this is their God, they love us as they love us, because aneji ushiahane manotoshi. Mana, when we see the way they treat us, the way people are, you know, first of all, as I said, we are not progressing. Churches full everywhere, but evil abounds everywhere. Now we have to look backwards and say, oh boy, it seems this thing na scam they put for us, they put in our presence. We as human beings, we have the right to think and reason. Why not we go back to that our own belief? All is superstition and belief, but it's better the one we are born into. It will help us and confuse the foreigners so that they don't understand our secrets. So that is the thing. Then Mazi, go on please and conclude. Go on.
Okay, yeah. So what you said is exactly, and that is what we are talking about. Yeah, collective reasoning to know whether this thing has collectively benefited us. But to absolutely no, it has not. But we have not come collectively together to address all this issue, and that is what we are doing there, and that is what IPOB is doing to bring our people to one ideological, one social, ideological plans on whatever we want to do. So this is what we are doing. Let me, from what you said now about what the white people do. There's one Italian person here. Sometimes here, he play with me in maybe in a very rough way, play insult and talk to black people somehow. One day I asked my school, I said, "Excuse me, my friend, all this you wear chaplet on your neck or you have rosary, you pray to God after you have insulted somebody here, somebody has done nothing to you, and they cross in front of church, you do the sign of the cross. But now, when you go to this heaven now and see black man there, how are you going to comport? And maybe the same kingdom of God, you say you are there with them. You say, no, God are going to build the kingdom of the kingdom, one side for the white people and the one side for the black people.
Do you see the mentality? And we are praying to go to the same heaven where Abraham is in control.
Where we have the same father. Now, let me tell you, if you ask most of our reverend sisters here that live in Italy here, there are many here. Believe me, if you ask them, some of them go attend their activities or where they are working. Do you know that the white reverend sisters here, most time these our sisters drink water with a cup, they will not touch that cup. Go ask them, they will tell you. They will not touch that cup, they will discriminate them.
You don't see how Pope Francis, you don't see in the video of Pope Francis and the cardinal, one black cardinal, I think it's
I saw it.
how he treated him like a leper.
He deserves it.
And these are people who are going to go to the same kingdom of God, and there will be no discrimination.
No, it's not. It doesn't. It's only that my problem is that only that they created something and put us into all those things and drive us to follow them along without we knowing that this thing. Well, anyway, you know why sometimes when I start to blame our fathers and other things, I don't blame them much because I discover one thing in my mind. What the Fulani want to do during Biafra war is exactly what Britain did during all this war. They came and conquered, they killed the elder people in our land, and they leave the small children. And these small children cannot tell the history of the past. Rather, and the Britain further ahead and destroy our archive, everything where we have everything that can tell us what is this thing is like. They destroyed all of them and packed some of them away, took some of them back to Britain, some artifacts and other things, because that things you see when you grow up in your house and you begin to ask, what is this thing? Maybe elderly man or somebody will tell you this is how this thing is. But they kill these people you see today speaking grammar, telling you like Indian word, and the elderly people, maybe the people of 60, 70 years, 90% of them are kids when the Britain took over. People that were 19th century, can you see anyone again? Do anyone last up to 1970? No. People that were born 19th century, they are not alive because Britain killed most of them that they have raised and leave the children to grow up. That is why we can talk about Nnamdi get freedom of the fight for independence of Nigeria. Who are all these things? Thank you, Mazi, and God bless you.
There were. Caller on WhatsApp, you'll be the last caller, please. Welcome to the program. You have been there for, let me say, how long? For 24 minutes. Caller on WhatsApp, you are the last caller. Go on, please. Can you hear? Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? There, Mazi, go on, please. You are the last caller. Go on. Mazi, go on now. Go on. Go on.
Mazi, I'm hearing you. grant you more wisdom, understanding. Are you talking to me, Ejukwu Itari?
Mazi, it seems you are listening to your...
Okay.
Please, go
See,
on.
about Egbensu, make I start from Egbensu you are talking about. Egbensu is the name of the spirit. Egbensu is the name of the spirit.
Mazi, it seems I will not continue with the call. Let me let this caller on WhatsApp. Please go on. You are the last caller. I don't know what Mazi is listening to his device. I don't know. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp, please go on. Caller on WhatsApp, go on, please. You are the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Now, wow, what is happening? Caller on direct line, please go on. Caller on direct line. You have been calling, you called, I don't know what happened. There, well, please go on. But also, you are the last caller. I don't know why all these other callers.
I actually things are not going the way it's supposed to be. See, look at the white thing. When we talk about
Mazi, your connection is you're calling on direct line, but your connection is.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me? It's good now. Go on. It was cracking.
Okay, let me walk around. It's just like this. So, what I'm saying is this, right? If you can hear me, let me go on. What I'm saying is this, right? The white people have done over against us economically with tax, with the tax they have laid against Africa not to grow. Yes, it is true. But it's also good we acknowledge that they have done a very good thing, a vital thing, to bring in the presence of God in our midst. Listen, I don't know if you know, you see, there are times we preach blasphemy and known to us we are preaching blasphemy. Because when you talk about Isaiah 45 verse, I don't know how you put it. You see, it's not defining, God is not telling you that He created devil and evil from the definition of evil we talked about in the abuse of the speaking. But there is a thing of the spirit there you do not understand. Do you know that Moses saw God? Do you know? So how can a God create, if you look at the revelation, it says, woe unto men on earth that Lucifer, the archangel, is sent among men. So the Satan is see, it is good we begin to tell the people the truth. These people have done so much good to us than evil by giving us the grace to know who is God. Whoever from any man in the name of Liga that you talk about, making a reference of the person who introduced the letter G into the world God, is there for himself. But I'm telling you that God is real. You know, Pastor Suleiman, you talk about, it's true, he's doing his own in African way, but I am telling you that God is real. Don't you know God is real, sir? So let's not be making blasphemy about God. It's not a good thing. So that the Holy Spirit can work in our life and help us to see the truth.
Mazi, please.
So that development can come, sir.
There were. Mazi, you know, your satire is, you know, please let us be real, please, because people are listening. Let us be real. You know, no person is talking about that God is not real. No person have ever said that. You know, so if you are speaking, speak so that directly. Here we talk, millions of people are listening, and the people have different ways of understanding. Please. When you talk now, after you explain yourself, it will be better into not only going satirical or allegorical like that. And some people will take it serious. No person is taking it as that God is not a real. No. But when people that brought us their God, but they killed us in the process in order to, but they love us. That is where the problem comes. And when what we indulge, we are not seeing any positivity. Instead, that is why we are taking stock and asking questions and saying, nah. Normally, the way religion is being upheld in our land should be a paradise. Even Ali was supposed to be where, according to the way churches are, where if you throw 1 naira, 10 naira that fall down from your pocket, you go after 10 kilometers, you come back, you pick it. But it's not the case. So that is the reason why we are saying now, why is it so? Evil is on the increase. People are covering up because of religion, using religion to cover up, whereas they are performing evil and they are deceiving our people to die premature death, saying removing our mindset from the real problem or the cause of problem and pushing us into attacking devil, that burning devil by fire. That devil is the cause of our problem. That is the main, that is crime against humanity they are committing in our land. Mazi, go on. Let me not keep you. You are paying. Please go on, please.
Okay. Why I'm making that recollection is this: I've seen here in Nigeria, maybe the Christians in the abroad, the white men that introduced it, have fallen apart from the glory of God. But here in Nigeria, I've seen a lot of men of God, Pastor Priest, Economy, a lot of them out there who wake the dead bodies up and they walk around. You know? So why I'm saying this is that it's just that the politicians don't go to church. The only thing they do, they go to church only when they win election, and they go to church and give their, thanksgiving and all that. But we should not refrain from knowing that the same God which exists, which you said is existing, is real, but also it's just that people do not see it. Like Moses struggle, and it's only when you keep yourself righteous, you don't go to work, Monday to Monday you stay in the house, then you go to spirit and you see God, and God will open your eyes. You can build plane in Nigeria, you can build cars like nobody else, you can do a lot of things, skyscrapers. But it's just that because of politicians have subjugated us to hardship, we don't go to church. I am praying that everybody's eyes will open. We go to church and speak in tongues, and God will open our eyes, will go to heaven and also do more greater things.
We must continue. I think we have come to the end of the program. You know, the most tedious job in a society is organization, organizing the people. Do you understand? That is number one thing, and that is how you know civilized the people, or how civilized the people are. Organization. That is number one. Because without organization, you can't achieve nothing. There is no way to channel a people. You know, when a people becomes unorganizable, they are still primitive. Do you see why I used to call our people that we are still primitive? As we are unorganizable. Until IPOB came. Do you know what it takes? Do you know what it takes to organize IPOB? Do you know what it costs? Do you know the war? the war being fought to organize IPOB everywhere. Something that has not happened to our people before. To Biafrans, to Ndibo. When we fought the first war, it was automatic. Because problem befell on every one of us in a very big scale. So, the last option was we have to fight back by force, organize ourselves and fight back, otherwise all of us will perish. That catastrophe brought to emergency organization to our people. But today, look at, you see people that are they fall in love because they have one contract from Nigeria politician. Fulani man in Northern, we collect a contract of 3 billion naira. He didn't know about. Maybe sewing clothes. Let me give for example. Or yes, sewing clothes or building some things. Building something, a structure. He didn't know about that contract. But then he will take the contract, 3 billion naira. Now, he will go and call his Yoruba friend and tell him that he don't know about building, but he want one structure being built. He told the Yoruba man, what you have is 700 million. He have kept 2.3 billion naira on his pocket for nothing. Now the Yoruba man will say, okay, I can do it, don't worry, I can do it. What is the structure? You tell him, okay, he said, the Yoruba man will from the back go bring Igbo man, the real person, the real slave that will do that construction. You see, the Northerner has taken 3 billion naira, remove 2.3, release 700 million to the Yoruba man as Alhaji that gave him contract. The Yoruba man is very happy. He said, okay, he will go because he himself doesn't know. He will do a man say that he knows, but after he will use behind, go call Igbo man that will do the practical slave work. And tell the man, give me your tender. Give me estimate of this structure. How much will it cost? The Igbo man will say, now, hey, na contract, oga ikono apriko. Okuto, sina ihe geri 300 million, 350 million. The Yoruba man will say, no, Igbo man, you love money. Why now? No, the Igbo man will, beg, okay. Material cost now, this and that. The Yoruba man will tell him, I'll give you 200 million, do everything. The Igbo man will calculate and start begging, okay, make it 220 now. He don't know that the Yoruba man has collected 700 million for that thing. And he is doing nothing. The Fulani man as first citizen, he collected 3 billion and he hired 2.3 billion. I'm telling you how all these contracts, all these things are happening in Nigeria. Igbo man being the last bus stop, and he will do the slave. Once he do the estimate, he will do hard job, will buy the whole thing, and the gain in his money will be 50 million. Only 50 million naira. The gain after everything, he do the job, pay workers, his own gain will be 50 million naira. Hey! Oneko! No, hey, on a more from our pota. Even the day the Yoruba man will do child dedication, Igbo man will come and spread 2 million naira for the Yoruba man to thank him that on a year contract. Omara no nya rigo 450 million. Onye Yoruba man kwano no nya will say rigo 2.3 billion. Do you see how? Igbo man no wetezire no zina utilite. Nweziri crumb onye gasi na abia na-eko nna ona hey nna ihe ya na-eko ọ na-eme nna anyị but ọ ya rụrụ ihe niile. Do you see how we have been relegated to the background? All this is what is making us to think, to question what is happening. Upon that we say, okay, we are in a country, but things are going like this. Okay, upon say that, okay, we accept a religion, foreign religion. When I talk about foreign religion, both Islam and Christianity, they are foreign. Arab and Europeans. You understand? They are foreign. Why not we do our own? Because it's not long time this Christianity came to our land. Why not? What is now? Go to your villages and see how many churches are there. And the evil that is being committed. If you are watching what is happening even on social media, I'm telling you honestly. Now, what is the need of this, these churches? What is the need? Where evil reigns. People don't fear nothing about it. People don't fear. They do things with impunity because they know that it doesn't work. You understand me? But had it been we are using our own, we will, we will return sanity. We will impose, sanity will be imposed in our land. Because at least the amana na ago for na mana enwukwano ofu ihe ga-eme yi and ojo bia. Why people, you put people in order through fear of the the law, fear of the consequences of breaking the law. That is what puts people in order. That is why without discipline you can never have a viable democracy, because democracy goes with discipline, otherwise it becomes anarchy. What we have in our land is anarchy, nothing more. People don't fear nothing. Are you going to bring Bible saying, "Nah, I will use this Bible, the issue of this Bible"? If you didn't do, mana we tell law for I cannot swear, I'm a Christian. No, Bible says don't swear. Do you see how he want to cover his criminality? Do you understand? So imagine that we developed in that essence. Imagine that we have advanced and we sanitize and civilize that our way, that our traditional way. Imagine. We would have been like Japanese. But Nigeria undo us. They practically allow us to get rotten in this religion. You understand? They continue pushing us into fighting something, a shadow. Whereas the main cause of our problem is the government. But they don't want us to be holding government to accountability. Rather, they allow us to be binding Satan, killing Satan. Satan is the problem. Who tell you that? That is stupidity. They want us to continue being gullible. It is only us that we open our eyes. It is only us. The Europeans did this. They broke the status quo. The European peasants that we are suffering, they broke the status quo. And they had a successful revolution against their kings and their queens and their clergy men and women that have been making them, subjugating them with a word they call the word of God. The Europeans broke this and they liberated themselves. But they don't want to, or they don't want us to do that. You understand? Imagine Britain loves you. Do you know that if our people are completely sane or sensible after the war, let me put it like this, at least our people should have boycotted Anglican Church. Boycotted Anglican Church. I'm not talking about Christianity now in general. I'm talking about Anglican Church. Because Britain spearheaded the genocide that happened in our land. So why do we still attend their church and go and give and do obeisance to Archbishop of Canterbury? Does it take rocket science to understand what happens to us? At least if we don't hold others responsible, we hold Britain, and Britain is the leader of Anglican Church, and our people are still going there. Do you see where the brain is not working? Do you see that? We are still going there. If you go, they give you a night of Anglican Church. You go to whether pilgrimage or meeting, a conference in London, and see Archbishop of Canterbury. You are happy. You bow down. An Igbo man, that they committed genocide, directly Britain sponsored genocide against us, and you are happy going there. That is where we also call the use of common sense. We continue going and we continue moving. Thank you for listening, Biafrans and lovers of freedom. As I said, tomorrow I will be here with Mazi on an interactive session. What is happening in our land is the doing of politicians. Let me tell you, stop calling somebody, bloating somebody to larger than life. Hope Uzodinma is directly sponsoring what is happening in our land, insecurity, so that our leader will never be released, so that our people will turn against IPOB, say, if this thing is how IPOB is doing, how Biafra will come, I beg, we don't want it to come. That is the grand plan. So that they continue causing difficulties to to our people will rise up spontaneously and say, now we no more this Biafra issue. Let's kill it. We don't want again. That is what they want to do. And we know that. And they know that we know. We must not fall for their, or fall to their gimmicks. We will continue. And Biafra will be restored. Thank you for listening. From me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu. From here, it is simply good evening.